Yellow, and we're here with ADLR Podcast. That wasn't even making any sense. That wasn't making any sense. I'm done. ADLR Podcast, episode 116. So the boy had to just go straight to home. And not enough time to work out these sexy glutes. Your boy's tight. Okay? I gotta work out tomorrow. But I'm supposed to just walk tomorrow, you know? Randall gets me. Fucking shit. Kelsey just came from the gym.
I did squats and then carve today.
Must be fucking nice. You did squats, so you did leg day. Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice.
You should call that combination squav. Because you do squats and krav, so it's a squav there.
It's episode 116 of the ADLR Podcast, joined by Kelsey. He's currently eating, but you heard him earlier. We got Randall over here trying to be a Modern Warfare gamer.
How do you have this?
Because Jake didn't want it and he left it. And then Bryant on the top right over there.
I'm
there
on
we
the
go.
bottom left.
I'm looking at Discord. I'm sorry, anyone who's watching. So on the Discord, it's me top left, Brian top right, Kelsey on the bottom. So
Wait, you said on Discord or on your stream?
Discord.
Okay.
That's what I'm explaining to the people who are watching this where I'm situated in terms of the cameras.
Yo, Anthony, get your shit together, dude.
Let's restart it. All right, ready? 1, 2, and that's it for this week's episode of 116. John says thanks for the stream. He's leaving. Oh man, I didn't stream yesterday because I'm getting ready for the Extra Life 24 Hours on Saturday. I also had a bunch of thumbnails to make for our last session, our final session of Darksiders Genesis. We finished that last week. That's why I forgot to put it on here. Anywho, no one really. I think we talked about it before. Anyone who cares?
I feel like we did probably the first time we played.
Yeah, and we're just gonna continue it whenever. Anyway, and then getting overlays and shit set up and links to the Extra Life charity. So for game lists, we don't really have much besides just winging it. Me and Randall are gonna do the Ghost of Tsushima. Me and Randall are going to do the Ghost of Tsushima co-op sometime throughout that block.
Yeah, I finished Sekiro.
I'm saving Sekiro for like the late hours because I know that rage will keep me awake, no problem. And then Among Us and Fall Guys are definitely going to be on there, so we can play some of that on stream as well. And then the rest of it's just winging it. I still need to play the TDM for Rainbow Six, which I think I'll probably just do Thursday.
You also need to do the DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn.
I did do that.
Oh.
And fuck that DLC.
Oh.
Fuck it. I fucking hated it. Everyone is like gained turtle shell abilities of no, I don't take damage. Are you stupid? Everything you have, I don't care what build you have, I don't take damage. Oh, okay. No, I didn't like how tanky all those fucking ice people were at all. But that was just me. I mean, I fight, run in there, and just swing at things. And I was swinging at them, and nothing was happening to their health. So I'm like, nope, I ain't having fun anymore. When I swing, you die. You know what I'm saying? Doom Eternal, swing and tear. Doom Eternal, swing and tear. But speaking of DLC, yeah, you're right. I still have to do the Ancient Gods one. So I still kind of have to do DLC. So I can probably do that too throughout the stream.
Good luck.
Again, I'm playing on a much easier level than you are.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. They're that bad. The possession ones.
So you know how in Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC they were like, so here's all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
With buffs. Now we're gonna take those things and throw multiple versions of it at you. Oh, and then add extra stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna yell. I mean, again, if the rage is just from when we start till the 24 hours, then I'll be awake the entire time. or if I'm just having like good fun. And that's what Doom Eternal is. It's just good fun. You rip and tear demons. That's what we all want to do. Except Brian, for some reason, I don't know why he's making that face.
It's funky.
Speaking of killing things, that reminded me of killing Nazis in Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein Nazis. Did you guys go vote today?
We went on Friday.
Oh, nice. Man, what the hell are you smiling about, man? What the hell is it? You just sitting there giggling? Someone tickle your cock? Like, what the fuck are you saying? What are you doing?
Biden is winning.
Oh, you got the live reports thing on you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as of this recording, it's voting day, so for the audio listeners.
85 to 55.
Oh, nice. For the points?
Yeah.
Was it like 220 or something for the winner? I'm sorry.
270.
It's total 270.
I think Shannon just sent me something that I think says Trump won SC, which I'm not really surprised about.
Yep. He's won SC, Alabama, Oakland. I mean, not Oakland, Oklahoma, Kentucky.
My mail-in ballot got counted.
Yeah, I was
Tennessee.
ready to say it was the South will rise again.
Mm-hmm.
He's leading Florida so far, and North Carolina,
I mean, they're all southern states, Randall. Like,
and
you can
Indianapolis.
kind of put one and one together there.
Biden, he owns New Jersey, Maryland.
He owns it?
Well, like he won it. These are the states that he's already won.
Did they give him the keys to it?
Yeah,
He won
Oh.
Massachusetts, and Delaware.
yeah.
Well, Godspeed, I guess. I'm sure by the end of this podcast.
What I'm surprised is that Biden is leading Texas.
Oh,
I'm
that
not-
is surprising.
I'm honestly not.
Really?
There's so many working class there that are like really fed up with their shit.
Oh.
Like they've generally been the red state, but this year they're just like, we're done. Fuck it.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When you were naming off the ones that he's won, I'm like, there's one that's missing, and that was Texas. I figured he'd gotten Texas easy.
Nah, he hasn't won it yet, but Biden is leading it.
That's crazy. Well, I guess by the end of this episode, we'll have our winner. So stay tuned, even though it's going on Friday.
Yeah.
I think that's it for I didn't do much this weekend because I took Thursday and Friday off, but then had to work a little bit on Thursday because they called me in because there was a fire, and you got to bring in the elite space patrolman Jocko to go take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for the most part, and we just hung around, man. We had like a little Mario Party session Friday, then Saturday we had some Halloween thing. We played a Halloween game there, and I've been tossing in Peaky Blinders from time to time, you know. And I finished the first season before I came up here. Do you guys want to hear about any of those, or do you guys want to hear more about Extra Life? Even though there's not much else besides Watch It Saturday.
What is it? Sorry.
Extra Life.
Oh.
I think it's just Extra Life planning. I think, man, shut the fuck up. Damn, Johan's angry today, dude. What the hell? I don't know. No more podcasts. Oh shit. It's tussle, bro. I'm ready. I haven't worked out today. I'll wrap you around my little legs. Play Fortnite forever. And I've been playing Fortnite from here to time. That's like my guilty pleasure. Getting those challenges done, getting those Marvel skins. Let's freaking go. Still haven't gotten She-Hulk yet, but I'm working on that. I got Thor Awakened, you know? Yo, let's go. I'm saying. I'm gonna die immediately, but, you know, I still get the challenges done. Either way.
Yeah, I think Biden's going to win most of the Northeast. At least he's projected to. I mean, some of these are just ridiculous, like what the spread is. Michigan currently is 72 to 26. Pennsylvania 78 or 80 to 20.
And that's Biden leading with the 80-20.
Mm-hmm. Oh, apparently that's with only 1% of the votes reported.
Oh,
So there's still a ways to go, but I'm excited. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping.
I said that's only 1%.
1%.
Oh, then that's not finishing tonight. I don't think that's finishing tonight.
Pretty sure they finish tonight. Pretty sure they
Uh,
go. Like I think last time it went until 11 or 12 o'clock.
Last time it was a little earlier because Hillary conceded despite being in the lead.
Well, she wasn't projected to win the was it California and something else, and then that was going to put Trump over the edge. Like it was too close for her. She would have had to have taken like 4 or 5 other states in order to catch up, and she just wasn't projected to win those. So it was even though she had the lead, it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, but don't concede. You sit there and you hold the L. And you're like, damn, I got bodied, and then you move on. It's fucking take
Javi says this. They said this is probably going to take a couple of days to count all the mail-in ballots. All the mail-in ballots. So I don't know. Godspeed to both. Well, actually, only to one, but you know what I mean. Anywho, now that Randall's still getting his cock tickled, why are you smiling over there still?
It looks like I'm smiling and I'm happy, but I'm actually not. I'm just thinking about what could possibly happen, man. Like it's not going to be good, bro.
I mean, it's going to be good for
especially if Trump loses. Oh my god, it's going to be complete anarchy.
I don't think so.
Like the fact that there's a lot of states with Trump supporters that are literally standing at the polls with guns and things and threatening people not to vote for Trump is just absolutely ridiculous. Like that should be illegal in so many different ways.
Well, it is illegal.
Well, you'd think that, except the police are out there trying to protect the people with the guns instead of the people that are trying to vote.
That's also call more cops to get those cops because that's illegal too.
No.
You'd think that, but that's not the way that this great nation works.
Oof, just nation. Just nation. Don't add any just nation. This nation, not great nation, just nation. Okay? Everyone's seen the newsroom. It's not great. Okay?
Yeah, it took me a second to realize what you were talking about. I was like, what the fuck is he going on about? Then I go, oh, I got it. I totally get it.
The Steelers nation. Johan's over here playing football too? He plays Fortnite and football.
At the same time, plays fort ball.
Okay, Randall, so you watched this watch. You watched this watch? I guess some characters had to watch more than others. So, Kelsey, did you ever play Until... No, he didn't have a PS4. Shit. Okay, well, it's very... Yeah, I was going to say Until Dawn, but you've, I guess, seen people play it.
God damn it. Apparently Mitch McConnell won his election.
I'm not a player. I don't know who that is. What
Mitch
is that bad guy?
Total piece of shit. He's
So
the one.
bad.
He's
Got
the
it.
Kentucky Senate.
Fried chicken? Oh.
Fuck.
And he won by landslide, or was it like close?
Basically.
Oh, that sucks.
62-34.
Oh, that's landslide victory.
Ridiculous.
Is he trash?
He
or
literally laughed
Okay.
on TV when they asked him about the corona relief stuff, and he was just laughing because he, they spent so much time trying to push through, Bennett to the Supreme Court to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and then went on recess so that they didn't have to do anything with it because what they want to do is they want to blame the Dems for spending, because like putting out a $1 billion, $1 trillion thing for the populace, for relief funds, like I mean, that just looks bad on the overall spending. And it's like, wow. So instead of caring about the people, you literally only care about your bankroll and how you look politically, which means you really don't give a shit about the populace. Awesome. Thank you.
And people were like, "Yeah, I want him in. Let's vote him in." That's one. How many seats are in the? Is that for the Senate, or is it, what did he? Who's this person?
Yeah, for the Senate.
Okay. And I'm assuming there's 13.
There's 9, I think.
Oh,
hang on.
Why do I think 13? I'm good. I'm not. I'm
I think
not
there's
educated
more than that.
Oh,
There's 9. Oh, there's 9 Supreme Court justices, I believe.
Gotcha. Got to keep it
Number
odd.
of seats currently in the Senate: 40 for the Democratic Party, 34 for Republican, and 2 other parties. So there's like 70.
Okay.
What, 6?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, almost 80.
Yeah.
Okay. The hell are we talking about?
The end.
Oh, yeah, the end of the Little Hope. Okay, so Until Dawn. There you go. The same people who made Until Dawn have been making this anthology of horror games, made with the same engine but different stories. So they started off with Man of Medan, I think it was called, the first one, and now this week or last week they released the second game / story, which is Little Hope. So for Halloween, we sat around and played this up to it was 5 characters, so 5 of us played while. Or no, because Johan and Javi, they shared a character. So 6 of us played and Randall watched the movie, basically. Randall just got to see a cool movie called Little Hope.
I mean, I put in input. I was the one who said that, what's it called, should keep the knife. He should get a knife to the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Which, it would have been effective.
If the game didn't shit on him.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, so yes. So the story is you and a group of people are on a bus. You take a detour down Little Hope, and then the bus flips over. And now the people who are in there, which are the characters we play, are not trying to look for help and get to Little Hope to look for help and etc. I guess I'm not. It's and just like super massive, yeah. Supermassive games before it, you'd make decisions that can help or not help you survive the rest of the game. And you said you did watch Until Dawn, right, Kelsey?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay.
Right, Until Dawn, like the movie?
The game. Like, did you watch anybody stream it? Or
I haven't watched any of that.
Okay. It was one of those, so I'm not going to spoil it. And you should play Until Dawn. If you do get a PS5, that should work on it. You should play Until Dawn. It's good stuff. It's not to the point of like Detroit, but it has a lot of changes. Like everyone can die in it, and everyone can survive.
Sweet.
Anywho, this is more of the same type of formula. So we played our generic horror characters with decent dialogue, if that, enough dialogue to get us through. What kept us going is obviously everyone had their own character, so you gotta hope that the choices they make don't fuck up your shit and later on, which was fun. And then the ending was like, oh, okay, the plot twist that we've kind of seen before in different mediums. I thought it was fine. As much as I liked passing the controller around, I really wish it was like Brian mentioned before, the that one game that was similar narratively, but we were voting with our phones. Like everyone had input.
Detective game.
I think it was me, you, and Janiana that played it.
It was us 4 actually. We just cut out Randall.
I don't remember Randall playing that.
Anthony, remember Randall got the award for slowest reaction time?
That is true because these Miguel hands get on him pretty easily. Anywho, so that makes more sense. No, that's ringing a bell now. Yeah. I do remember that. Not smiling anymore, huh, cock tickler? Anywho. Watch people play Little Hope on different computers, and it looked like it played a lot better. Oh, really? Oh, well, then maybe that's a different way of trying it, because the way we did it was movie night mode, where you pass the controller around. Which makes kind of a lot more sense. So, like, the sequence where Johan had to, like, literally save everyone with QTEs, that probably would have been swapped with whoever, like if we're playing on different PCs, it would have been swapped per person. So I guess that would have been a better.
I can't stand QTEs.
Oh, you're gonna hate
the
this.
only game I've ever played that's done QTEs correctly is Detroit.
This is that. It's like there's not much action you can explore and walk around, but all the cool stuff's happening is all QTEs.
All right, but do they do it correctly? Is it like Detroit, where if you fuck up, it like has consequences?
Yes.
Okay, that's my gripe. Like watching Adam play Heavenly Sword,
Oof.
and it's like, oh, sorry, you fucked up, you missed it. You know, like you don't even get to see what the button is. Like it's not even like, oh, I got to see the button, so next time I could just sit here and spam it. No, it's like, sorry, you lost. Sorry, next time, maybe
like
some other year.
There was one instance for my character. It showed a button. I picked up my controller and it said, no, wrong button. I didn't press anything.
So for this one, it actually clearly shows you what, besides Brian's weird incident, it shows you what button and it gives you a nice little timer of how long you have to press it. It's just depending on the situation that you're in, it might go down. The cooldown is, or not cooldown, like the timer is faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're running from someone, you have to hop over something. You're not gonna have 7 years to hit the button, you know? Or dodging, or if you're in the middle of not firefight, a fist fight or something, like you have to like dodge and maneuver your way in due time. I don't know, man. Like it was more. I guess at this point, it's not really judging the mechanics because I've played Supermassive. This is just their thing. This is what they do. They do this. They do it well. It's just whether or not the story and the characters are memorable or cool or you liked in any way. But I haven't played Man of Medan, but Until Dawn is still their high point for me. Like they have the characters recognized, like a bunch of characters in Until Dawn, actually, a lot more. And I don't know, it was more engaging. I don't know why. The story, I was more intrigued into what happened. This one had an intriguing one because it cuts between present and past because they're all tied in a certain way. So it's really cool to see the past, and I think they have different actors or voice actors that do the voices. Or if it's the same people, good job because they sound really different. Especially Andrew's character. I don't know why he sounds like a completely different person. But no, I enjoyed my time with it. It was a cool Halloween thing. There was a bunch of jump scares. Some of them actually got me. I'm like, oh shit, came out of nowhere. But the jump scares is like that they use is like the same one over and over.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the same technique anyway. But I don't know. It was a fun Halloween game to play with a bunch of people. I don't know if you want anything or Randall because you watched it for the most part. Did you like it at all watching it from a spectator's view, or were you eager to get your hands on it, or?
No, not really. It was if I want to be hypercritical, I would say that the acting was very subpar, and
Okay, I can agree with that.
the story, I would say, it was the most interesting part of the whole thing. But even the story was like, once you found out what happened, it was like,
Okay.
It was kind of clever how they pulled it off, but it wasn't like I don't know.
It wasn't a flank. It wasn't out of left field. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was. Maybe I just didn't care.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's probably another thing too. One more thing is that I didn't really feel like I cared about any of the characters. They didn't do a good job at like making you feel for the characters that you're controlling. You know, it just felt like you was just going through the motions. Even though I wasn't playing, just spectating, and it just felt like it's like, oh, okay, I gotta use this character now. Press this button. Hey, yay! I didn't die this time. And if you did die, then it's like, okay,
Well,
they died.
They died. We gotta keep moving.
I got 4 more characters, so let's keep going. But I think in a game like that, story and character development
needs to be a point.
yes,
They need because you don't have anything else.
yeah, that's your ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if if the character development in Detroit wasn't as good as it was, that game would have been total trash. Like that was
Because
one of the I really enjoyed. I was really attached to like keeping the characters alive and seeing what they could do and that kind of stuff. You know.
yeah.
Here, the thing is, that's where it's missing. Because like at this point, I just want to see what happened next. I didn't have an attachment to any of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
which I'm assuming in Detroit's the complete opposite because it focuses on 3 of them for a long, long time. Here it's like you have all 5 of them, but they don't have time to really give you backstory in a way that makes sense. But then you see the ending plot, and it's like, oh, I guess why would they? But not really.
It was just weird, man. It's like I almost felt like why are you telling me this story? At the end, I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Usually at the end of a story for me, it's like there's some sort of a hook that makes you want to know more about the lore. Like what happens after this because you're so invested in what happened, or
like sequel, please.
Yeah, like you want to know more. But this was just like, why did
Apparently
I sit
the Horizon
through
Zero Dawn 2 is coming out at some point.
Yeah, they showed off. I think it was a pre-rendered scene, but they were saying it was mixed with in-engine footage, and it looks pretty cool. Like they updated it visually, but they haven't. And it looks like we're going to like a tropical area.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's gonna be underwater parts. But yeah, the trailer was pretty cool. Javi says I still think that scarf death was ridiculous. Yeah, it was. I agree with you. Kelsey, how hard do you think? Because again, I saw it and I thought it was dumb. But do you think a scarf could be tied? When you put on a scarf, do you not just lay one side over the other and then just wrap it around, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I would imagine.
If I were to wear one, that would probably be how I do it.
Okay, do you think if you fell down from like a 2nd-story building or 3rd-story building, and that scarf on the way down got caught on something, would it hang you? Or would it just rip off and you continue to fall?
I mean, I guess it really depends on the person. The person has a
Because-
fat neck, probably not. Somebody's,
Because someone died in this game by that. Like they fell off and their scarf got hooked on something and then it just hung them. And I'm like,
It's believable.
I don't wear scarves,
instant
but
death,
I'm like,
too. It was
but it was
like-
instant. Yeah, it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
could see the instant death more than I could see the like choking.
It's
Like
believable
I mean,
that
it doesn't take.
Well, it's gonna
much.
yank
I mean,
you. Yeah, it's gonna yank you. But I'm saying, I would imagine you just fall. The scarf stays and you just fall through.
it depends, because if it gets caught on the knot, like the part that gets hooked is the part that's tightening it. Then when you drop it, just tighten it more.
But I was asking about how you wear a scarf. Who makes a knot? They just lay
a
it
lot of
over
people
each other.
do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put it on there
then
so
that
it
might-
doesn't fall off.
Isn't that more of an ascot thing though, instead of a scarf thing?
I just want to show him the clip to see if that's right. Because I saw
I mean,
it
the
and
way
I'm
they
like,
did it was because the way they did it, they made it seem like it snapped her neck, which I don't think that would have happened. If anything, it would have been more like a choking thing. Like she would have been choking and trying
no,
to
the snap neck works. Okay, it looks weird because for me the scarf should have just let her go, but it didn't. It was an impact. So the impact, I get it. It instantly just broke her neck.
Yeah, but the scarf wouldn't be strong enough to the point where it would snap her neck.
It was cold out.
I mean, it depends on what it's made.
I don't
out
know.
of. But, like,
And also
Which
depends
is
on that.
probably cotton, I'm assuming, or maybe silk. Each material is still not going to snap your neck.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm saying. It just looked weird. Like that's why how he's saying it's ridiculous because like that didn't look believable. But again, I don't wear scarves. I don't know how it's tightened up or how. I don't know any of that.
I mean, if
So,
it's
like-
quick, if it's quick enough, anything can, depending on how much material gets grabbed. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, I mean, it's if you grab the shirt like this, like, I mean, that's fairly
gotta show
strong
him.
versus like, just like a little bit like this.
Hold on,
If it-
Little Hope scarf death. I wonder if someone's made a clip.
I mean,
already.
it would have to be like, in that case, the momentum would have to be the thing that drives your neck being snapped. This was more like if you stand on a 2nd story, like a balcony, and you just dropped off. That's more what it was like, because she slipped and she fell off the balcony, and then it wasn't even like a fall off the balcony and she fell like 10, 15 feet. It was more like 5 feet, if that, and then it snapped her neck.
Oh, hold on. This guy has the entire playthrough of 5 hours and. Hold on. Let me see if I can just get to
Did you
it.
try actually typing her name and then death?
Yes. Tanya is her name, right? Tanya.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, without saying it, it's hard to say. Yeah, that's totally what could do it, because it really doesn't take much to snap somebody's neck, depending on the size of the. I mean, anybody really. Like, it really just doesn't take much.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Trump is catching up.
Oh.
That little girl was fucking hideous in that game, dude.
Oh, perfect timing.
Why?
I found it. All right, how do I do the time thing? Share here. That's the timestamp. Copy. Here you go, homie. Doing it live.
Okay.
I'll put it in this podcast call then, and just put it should be timestamped, so you'll see her trying to reach for a pipe and then fall down.
All right.
But play it. Let me see.
Do I need sound for it, or just?
Not really, just to see it happen. So you don't need the sound.
You need to hear the bone crushing.
Or maybe if you want to hear the bone crushing, if that's what you want. But
If that
it
changes
could be
your answer, then yeah, go for it.
yeah.
So she's got a scarf on.
It's
It
hard to
looks
see
like she's got
because
it wrapped through. Yeah, I mean, that looks legit.
that looks legit. Okay.
I couldn't. It was hard to tell. Like, yeah. Let me go back. It was hard to tell like how much of it got grabbed, but with where it wasn't like it got grabbed in the middle. It got grabbed at the very end, so it was full tension, and she just dropped and snapped her neck. I mean, that's how they used to do hangings. Like they would, obviously a rope is a lot stronger, but they, put the noose around the neck, and then they drop the board from underneath you, and you fall through, and then when it snaps, most of the time people die instantly.
Well, that I find believable. The only thing that was questioning was if that scarf would have stayed on and killed her. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like, I thought when she fell, that should have unraveled and she just kept falling to her death.
And look at the
That's
way
what I
it's
thought was
caught,
weird.
too. It gets
Yeah,
caught on
I
something
was
that's not
looking at-
even sharp.
Well, it gets caught between the wall and the banister. Like it.
That's
Because there's
again,
she has it's kind of like a little ball on the end of it. Okay.
yes.
And so it like slips down in between, and I don't know. I feel like the ball probably would have ripped off, but it really just depends on the material and things. I don't know.
That's why
It looks kind of
when I saw
ridiculous,
it-
but I think it's plausible.
Gotcha. It's just when I saw it, I'm like, that's not right. Is that right? I just started asking everyone, what the fuck's going on? But again, there's some stuff like that. It's kind of weird that's happened in the story. It was like, is that possible? Not, but I mean, the superhuman, like supernatural stuff happening. So that's not what I'm questioning. But like
Yeah.
weird deaths, or it's like just because I made that choice, that was the outcome, and it's like, I don't remember
know.
any other ones.
Girl looked like a little bitch anyway, so
They called her Tanya instead of Tanya. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You looked at me like I had a follow-up answer. I don't know. I've always heard Tanya. Tanya was new to me.
sounds like
Okay.
somebody fucked up like they did with the Avatar movie. Ong, bitch, like they're like 110 episodes of them pronouncing it correctly. It's been pronounced correctly. How the fuck are you gonna mess this up?
All they got was the title of the movie, and they're like, "Oh,
That was it.
We'll take
That
the
was
rest of it. We got
absolutely
it. We got this." I heard there's something about fire tribe or whatever. We'll take this. And they like dancing with elements. We got it. And that's it on that. I thought it was fine. It was for $30. I mean, it's a cool thing. Cool little story. Obviously, there's replayability if you want to get everyone keep everybody alive, or if you want to see what happens to how they die, etc., etc. It's not to the extent of Until Dawn or Detroit or Beyond Two Souls or stuff, but like it's like a little mini version of it. I don't know. I don't even know if I can recommend it. I want to say yes, but for multiplayer, like for other people, don't play it by yourself.
If you want something to do that it's playable,
Yeah, like,
all I can say nice about it.
I enjoyed it more because
But I
it
feel
was.
like if you want to play a game that's that style, you should just play Detroit Become Human.
But when Detroit doesn't have that, this does is the multiplayer one. So you now there's responsibilities is not only on you, it's on other people too, which makes the multiplayer part fun.
But then what happens if you do invite your friends to play this game and they have no knowledge of it, and then they find out it's trash, and then they want to beat you up afterwards?
I mean, I'm a masochist.
Speaking of masochism, have you ever heard of a little game called The Last Remnant?
Bryant has. Brian's grinded for you.
Which
Wait, was it
apparently
The
is
Last
a
Remnant?
bad idea. It's the dumbest thing ever.
It was Last Remnant that Brian played, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
While we were like working on something, he came over and just fucking grinded that one area a whole bunch for me. And it made parts of the game a lot easier, but then I couldn't actually finish other things that I wanted. Like I couldn't get the best weapons because the monster doesn't spawn anymore. I can't finish quests because they don't spawn anymore. Or I have to like kill I had to like kill some super advanced monster that I just couldn't do because I couldn't get the equipment necessary in order to do it. And so it was like, well, this is worthless. And because
really
my
bad.
battle rating was up, it spawned more and harder monsters. Like it was just dumb.
You sunk too much time on that game when you could have been finishing Dragoon, which is probably a better game, right?
It's one of the best games.
Okay. Is it better than Final Fantasy 7?
I don't know. Probably not. It really kind of
Okay.
depends on my mood because like I really enjoy the storyline and the gameplay from 7, but Legend of Dragoon's really cool because it actually has like I guess it has QTEs, you know, like that's the way the game plays. You have to press the button at the right time for them to do their combos.
Okay, like Mario RPG. Okay, that's different. I think you meant like they had cutscenes for that for the. No, we're good. We're good. I get it now.
A quick time event doesn't necessarily have to have during a cutscene. That's just the standard these days.
Yeah.
Fuck game companies. No.
Yeah.
It was like it's when you get new skills, they have a button combination, and you have to press them at certain times, and some are faster than some are faster than others, and then like depending on which character you have, it's faster or slower. And then there's always the chance that the opponent can defend against you, in which case you have to press a different button in order to counter the counter and then continue the combo. And
Gotcha.
It's all about timing. That is actually another one that does QTEs correctly because there are consequences if you don't do it correctly.
That's like that's a more advanced version of like the Super Mario RPG stuff. Like when you time it so his foot hits the Goomba or whatever, you can get more damage or what. Okay. That's better. Okay, I thought you meant like they were just doing weird shit. Like I'm like, dang, for an older game, that's crazy that they have QTEs like that. Like Lara.
No, it actually is like I had forgotten that because that is technically considered a QTE because it's in the middle of combat, you're like having to press the button during the attack.
The sequence, yeah.
Yeah.
You should definitely finish that game.
I really should.
Cross it off.
But it's like I want to finish it, but I don't want to finish it because I want it to last forever.
Cross it off.
See, because of that reasoning, he thinks this is better than Final Fantasy VII because he beat 7 multiple times. So Legend of Dragoon better than Final Fantasy VII. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Brian just fucking Batmaned your ass.
Big brain time.
I'm the best.
Yo, Randall, you're supposed to be Batman, bro. What's going on? You just not.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Who is tickling you over there, Randall? What's going on? That he just lawyered you, dude. He literally lawyered you.
He did.
That is crazy. All right.
That was straight from the BlackBerry. I mean the Brainberry.
Yeah. No, those are facts. All right, Kelsey. You've had quite the adventure in Horizon Zero Dawn. Did you finish the DLC?
I finished the DLC, but I haven't finished the main story yet.
Okay.
So
you can access this DLC before the main stuff, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a second DLC that you get like after you finish the main story. or there's DLC after the main story,
Mhm.
but I haven't done that, yet. Fuck this game. Okay, but I'm
Let's
also playing it
preface
on.
this, yes, with the hardest difficulty on his first run. Continue.
Okay, so I was reading through everything. Apparently, apparently what people do is they play the game on like normal or hard, to start off, and then New Game Plus they'll play it on ultra hard because there's an achievement for it. Okay, um, the the game makes it artificially harder, depending on the difficulty that you play it on. It's by reducing your damage. They don't increase health, but they reduce your damage. So let me try and put this into perspective for you. The best bow that I could get was the sharpshooter bow, which I never had any fucking wire for to make arrows. I did 42 damage. Okay?
Okay.
It took me 13 minutes to kill my first I think it was 13 minutes to kill my first Thunderjaw after blowing off both of its disc launchers and then shooting it with like at least 8 times. So we're talking
Oh my
for 200
God.
damage. So
Yeah.
that's 1600 damage right there. I ran out of materials to make the bow or make the arrows for the sharpshooter bow. So I had to rely on my basic bow, which I did 11 damage with. Okay?
Oh my God.
It took me forever to fucking beat this thing. But I finally did it, And then I was like, you know what? I want to go do the DLC cuz my buddy of mine was like, "Yo, the DLC, you actually get some like really nice weapons and all this other stuff." And I was like, "Okay, let's go do this." And I was being really stingy with my mods because I really didn't have that many that were good. And I didn't want to just waste them on some shit bow and then finally get like a new one that actually has like more mod slots and that kind of stuff. Because the mod slots make all the difference in the world. Having, rare mods to do stuff with makes all the difference in the world.
You could replace them.
If you get the skill. Yes.
There you go, Brian. Now you're catching up with the class.
So
He started from 0, not New Game Plus.
If I were to play this game again, I would have done my skills very differently. Like I probably would have immediately gone straight down into that. I would have gotten the double and triple arrow to start. Like I would have gotten the mods one and then the double and triple arrow. And then everything else I'll deal with, later. Trying to even think.
Thoughts on the stealth?
Huh?
What do you think of the stealth in the game?
Like it's nice but slow because you make just too much noise. Like you can't sneak up onto anybody or anything. And her stealth attack takes 40 fucking years.
Yep.
It's like silent kill.
Yep.
Yeah, let me kick it a few times. Let me stab it a few more times. Okay, I'm done. What do you mean everybody saw that? Bitch, you were there for 45 minutes stabbing this dude. What did you think was going to happen?
Yep.
Okay?
I think there's a skill that can speed it up, but at that point yet it's not one of the closer ones, I think. You have to like invest in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And she has one where she throws in a backflip. Yeah. I remember that one.
So let's see. So I did like, I think part of it was, I think there were a bunch of different things. One is I chose to explore instead of just doing the storyline. So, I ended up going and fighting some of the harder things. Like I did as many of the, I did as many of the ruins as I could to like override stuff. And so, like I said, I got the Thunderjaw one pretty, quick. And I just didn't do any damage because I didn't either have materials. That was my biggest problem throughout this game is I never have materials, and everything has 4 billion life, and I do 12 damage.
Yep.
So I let's see. I went to do the DLC, and I bought a bow. I bought the sniper bow from the DLC after finding like 14 blue gleam. right?
Okay.
And that was super helpful. I actually started doing damage with it because if you let it charge up all the way, it does extra damage. And then I got like 1 or 2 arrow notches, so that I could do extra damage, which also really
Yeah.
helped. And then I did part of the quest line, got enough to get the second bow, like the regular bow, so that because like it did a fair amount of more damage than the other one. Because like I think the sniper bow from 42 it went to 70, and the regular bow went from like 11 to like 50 or something. Like it was a big difference.
It was a huge
And
increase.
yeah,
Did you, sorry to cut you off, did you end up getting the power armor or the ancient armor?
no, because I don't think
Okay.
you can get that until like later. But I have
Gotcha.
some from the DLC that gives you health regen and 2
Okay.
slots, and so I've been using that. So the two biggest fights I think I've had in the game. The first one was when I became the chieftain over Aratak. And you had to fight 3 fucking bears. Okay? I had no wire and only the sniper, the upgraded sniper, to do anything with. Didn't do shit. Couldn't like stay alive long enough. So then my brother was like, "Do you have like any sort of bombs or anything?" And I remember that I had one of the slings that you could, throw the
Fire
bombs on.
or
Yeah. So I had like 300 or 400 canisters to make the bombs. Okay.
Oof.
I used all but 16 killing these things.
But
Okay?
they all
But
died, or
there's
is that just for
3
one?
For 3 bears. All 3 bears.
Okay,
at
I'm
once.
like, I thought you said you used all of that and only one died. I'm like, stop, start over. Don't
So-
bother, that's hell.
right? So I managed to like, it took me a couple of tries, but I managed to fucking get it. The bears are probably the absolute worst enemy because they do this dumbass thing where they like put their paws in the ground and then they start shooting ice through it, and the only warning you really get is like there's this small cloud of smoke that goes, "Hey, there's something. Oh, you got hit." Okay, and if you don't dodge almost immediately, and even if you do, like it feels like the game's hitboxes are very off, because there'd be times it's like, okay, like here's the thing. My character would be physically over here, and like there's something that juts out this way, but like if this is the entirety of the jut, like if it juts out this way and this is the edge, my character's here, like my feet are here and I'm in the middle of the dodge, and it's like, oh, you got hit. No, I didn't.
Yep.
Like I can clearly, I saw and heard that I fucking missed this.
I've went through that, and I've done the opposite, where I'm like, I got hit, and I somehow dove like in invincibility frame through shit. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah,
like that
there's
clearly hit me, and I'm like, whatever, I'll take
a
it.
couple of times with that too.
I think it's
my
just something to do with their collision. Is like, I don't know if it's like literally boxes, or is it trying to do some sort of mesh collision or some shit that I don't know what.
Yeah, so Adam looked up the difference between like normal and ultra hard and things, and apparently you get a 70% damage reduction compared to normal damage values. 70%. Okay.
It's pretty good.
That's a great discount.
Right. I think my biggest complaint though is that the game crashes quite a bit. Like I don't think I've streamed once where I didn't actually crash throughout it, and it's fucked me over at least twice.
Oh my god!
The first time was when I bought the second bow from the DLC, and then I had to go save this dude from the mountain, and I had to fight 2 bears basically on my own. And I didn't have the second bow, which is the only one that I use at this point, because it's just so quick to use. It doesn't do as much damage as the sniper, but the handling is so much higher.
And you get to and you can react to shit, so you can quickly throw it and like dodge or something. While the sniper one, you have to hold it a bit and then you have to commit to it.
Yeah, like it only takes 2 seconds for it to like, you start powering up and it goes and does its little thing, and then it you can fire it. But it's more like this, but because like it's got like a like there's like a circle and then 2 things that point on the side, and then once the big circle gets all the way down, it points to 2 like this on either side. I think it's real.
That's
dark.
what I was laughing at, because you made the sound of wah, but you had gang signs. That was funny.
But so I bought the bow, started the quest to go save the guy in the mountain, like after he gets exiled, and then the game crashes, and I was like, okay, I'm done tonight. Like it was like late. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'll figure it out in the morning or tomorrow. Started it back up. Totally forgot about the bow. Get to helping him. 2 fucking bears come out.
Oh,
I have no ammo. Again, I can't like leave, and I don't have I don't have the regular bow, which doesn't require a bunch of stuff except for the sticks and some shards.
yeah.
And if I had had that, the fight probably would have been a lot easier. And then I also had to
Javi
replenish.
was saying that the everything costs more on ultra hard too.
Oh yeah, it's it's up to 5 times as much.
Fuck that. Nah, bro. Why develop? Just make it one difficulty and design appropriately along the story. Make it harder near the end and easy at first. Don't just scale shit. Look what he's going through. Like what?
There's been Javi's been there for most of my playthrough. I mean, there's been times that I'm literally just slamming my head against the wall because it's like either my character refuses to fire the arrow, like I'll be like, okay, let go, and she goes, no, bitch, like fire, like I said fire, I let go of only one trigger, fire, okay, and that screwed me over a couple of times because then like I'm expecting like the hit to knock the thing over, and it just goes, no, right here, just
I'll
right
take
here.
a lick right in the chin.
Let's see. The new bow, like, I mean, I'm like way out leveled compared to the regular storyline. Like, I think the quest I'm on is for level like 12, and I'm level
like
52.
Oh my god! Oh, because you went to go do the beginning.
From going through the DLC. Okay.
Yeah, you went. Yeah, because if you go through the beginning part of that DLC, you're fighting shit that's like. Wait till you get to the end, dude. Like that DLC, I hate it because of the fucking Well, the second, because I thought it continued after you finish the game because there's stuff that happens.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like I rescued Cyan and Araya. Arataka and I rescued Cyan.
Or maybe no, I think I got it fucked up.
I didn't know you can do the DLC in the middle because I bodied the game in platinum to flex before the DLC came out, so.
I thought there was like a continuation, like you can start it on the DLC, but then there's like a chapter of the Frozen Lands afterwards. But I could be just fucking lying.
Somebody told me that there is extra stuff after you finish the main storyline, but I don't remember if it deals with that DLC, like the Frozen Wilds DLC, or something else.
Okay, then I might be mixing some stuff up. I might be mixing stuff up. But yeah, the animals in Frozen Lands, I hated them. It's just too tanky for me. That I'm like, nah. And they bum rush you. They don't have a lot of like stun moves, so they'll just take the hit and still come at you. Like I'm like, we're good. I'm good.
Everything's got a fucking cannon on its head or its back that's shooting at you. You know the Scorchers. Like it took me the longest time to figure out how they got from over there to right here in half a second. Okay. And then I find, because it was always like, okay, he's over there. I'm going to kill this. Why did I just die? How did he get here? He was over there. Like, how did he go from there to right here? And I finally like caught it. He has a move where he like crouches down and like powers up and then uses the flame to literally just throw himself at you.
To propel himself. Yeah, definitely the base game for me was more entertaining than the DLC. Because the DLC, I was like, no. It was more frustrating than anything.
The DLC story was just boring to me. The only complaint I had about the bears is it seemed like they had no recovery frames. They're like,
what is your
fucking rampant? And then you're like, okay, now's my... And then they're doing it again.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, besides the DLC in the base game, what's your favorite enemy to go up against? Like, it's fun when you know it's gonna beat the shit out of you, but like it feels great to take him down.
Probably the Thunderjaw.
Okay.
I mean, like the Thunderjaw just it's one of those that you expect it to be tanky, you expect it to be somewhat difficult because
Yeah.
it's just this massive hulking thing. Um,
Yeah.
the Thunderbird or whatever it is, the Thunderhawks, those things are
They-
just annoying. They just have a shit ton of health. I don't know.
And they're
Snapjaws, I can two-shot now.
damn.
I load up 3 arrows, shoot them in the gullet, and then they become ice, and then I shoot them in the face, and do like 1,700 damage in total, and then it's dead.
And you shake their hand. You're like, all right,
yeah.
well.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm having fun with the game, but there are a lot of parts that are just really frustrating. Like, especially, starting off, like, you don't have any money, you don't have any weapons, and weapons in the mods make all the difference in the game. Like, being able to lock stuff down, being able to, like, blow the parts off and use them against the enemy,
Even the elemental weaknesses that you use them for a
Yeah.
reason.
It just, I don't know.
It's that
You
difficulty,
want-
dude. Like that scaling is not it's making it worse for you. Like
Is there any
5
game-
times the resources, you do 70% less health damage. That sounds infuriating.
Is there any game that like just scales depending on how well you do? You know what I mean?
I don't know off the top of my head. Like
Yeah,
as you play the
not-
game,
I feel like that'd be a better system. So let's say I start the game, not even getting touched, freeing everybody up. I wish there's a game that will be like, okay, he's too much of a bad bitch. Let's add like a multiplier. Let's do something that makes it a little tougher. Whether it's let's make the AI not stupid now, or add in a new rarity of that enemy or something like that. There's nothing like that, right?
maybe there is
and-
nothing that comes to my head off of the bat.
Yeah.
You're talking about like a
Because to me-
dynamic difficulty or some sort.
Because to me, that's what they should do. They should call it adaptive mode, and then you don't pick. So it should be like if someone wants to do easy, medium, hard, whatever the fuck, that's an option. But then you check adaptive mode, and you don't get any of those. You just start at what normal is. If you just suck dick, you're just really awful. Then it goes to easy for you. But if like you're just slapping everyone left and right, they're naming the game after you, like you're the lord in their world, then they scale up and ramp up and do things like
Well,
that.
they can detect when you die multiple times, and they'd be like, "Hey, you should lower the difficulty." But I don't think I've ever played. Oh, Forza does that. It doesn't automatically set it, but if you're bodying race after race, it's like, "Hey, you might want to up the difficulty because you're slaughtering these guys." So Forza Horizon 3 and 4 does that, but it doesn't automatically set it. It lets you know, "Hey, you should bump this up because you're slaughtering kids on the track." And I'm like, "No, thank you. I'm gonna keep slaughtering kids on the track."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think if they had like, I really hate artificial difficulty. Like, I don't mind if the enemies do more damage and it takes less hits to kill me. That's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that because like that's more of a challenge to get hit less. But
Mhm.
I don't like it when they like either scale the health up super high, or scale your damage down super low, or like what fucking God of War does, both. Or what feels like both. I don't understand why they have to make it so that it's like, oh, we can't improve difficulty by like adding more enemies or changing the way that the enemies work. You just do less damage. Now it just takes you longer to do it. That's harder. And it's like, that's not really harder. It just means that I have to sit here for longer and fire arrows into the fucker. And yes, there's more of a chance for me to screw up and get hit. That's not hard. That's not difficulty. That's just
You're making it more frustrating. You're making more work
like
for me.
It just means that it's me spending more time fighting a single enemy to fuck up somewhere. Like maybe try and take an extra second to shoot the bow or wait for it to charge up, dodge in the wrong direction, something,
I like the way that not Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 1 on the Xbox did it where I don't remember there being you do less damage. It's just they just bodied you. Like they knew what to do to body you. And then they even put certain bosses behind difficulties. So on the hardest difficulty, you get to fight Shadow You in a library and things like that. And then Halo does it by
The legendary skulls.
without the skulls too, it does it visually. So elite's difficulty depends on the color of their armor.
Yeah.
So like a blue, no fuck that. You're immediately fighting a red or a gold.
Yeah, I think we always go back to difficulty. It's just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just from the beginning to end, just design it to make it be harder.
I mean,
as you
that's
go
probably
through
why
it.
like Dark Souls and things is some of my favorite games. It's like there's no difficulty.
Exactly.
It's just it is like you learn by dying. You know, and yes, that's the way that most games are. Like, I mean, that's what I'm doing with Horizon Zero Dawn. The difference is that I already know how to fight the enemies. It's just because it takes me so long to actually kill them because I don't do any damage, or because it takes me so many more shots. There's more of a chance for me to fuck up somewhere rather than just killing them like I normally would.
Or not even just you fighting that person one-on-one. It's an open world, so something can be walking by as you're taking 7 years to kill this one thing, and now it's joined the fight. And now you have two things to worry about that have whatever health now. So that's like it was a one-on-one.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, oh, time to fight.
Like, oh, there's 4 scrappers here now. That's cool. That's that's fair.
Did you ever use the mounts to get anywhere?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. Where? I never mounted them to go anywhere. I just fast travel anywhere or just ran.
I like to shoot the foxes and things to upgrade my capacity and things like that.
Huh.
No, I mean, I would grab them. Like, that's what I used to get, like... So, like, I grabbed all of the tall necks that I could in the new area after I became the Seeker.
Yeah.
And I did that by just, like, grabbing a mount and then hauling ass up there and then, grabbing whatever... campfire I could that's close by so that if I needed to I could teleport back. But yeah, I mean most of the time I'm not mounted because I can just teleport everywhere after I got the fast travel pack. But to get to like new places that are a ways away, or if it's like if the quest is you have to get all the way up here and the closest one is like 600 or 700 meters away, I would call them out and just go.
Oh. I've always had one like on the ready, but I never called it unless I needed it for aggro, and that's it. I was wondering if I was just me, but clearly it's just me. I'm like, I don't know why they added mounts if I can just. I mean, I can pick up things on the way.
I like having goons.
Yeah, that's true.
Robots, so I'm going to tame it.
Okay, that's fair.
I do like taming everything. I wish I could ride like a fucking
Thunderjaw. Or yes, the saber one, the one that looks like I think it's. Oh my god, I would love that, but it's just that horse-looking one, and I'm like, oh man.
There's like the ram. There's like a buffalo ram thing, and then there's like just like a what looks like a horse or something.
Yeah, you can do this. You can do the horse or the steer.
That's what it was, yeah. But if I can ride the fucking wolf one or the saber-tooth one, oh my god, I would never get off them. Like, yo, look at my fucking mouth.
I wish the game had like more vertical depth to it, so I want to be on a bird flying.
Okay,
or I want a shark and I'm under something like that.
Well, it looks like from the trailer we might be going underwater.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, if you ever see it or play it,
I'll play it.
Yeah. So all in all, I'm enjoying the game. I really like the story. The DLC story wasn't like amazing, but it was a lot of fun. The world itself is really cool. Learn like it's basically it makes me think of like the Dark Ages where everything has gone back to they've basically been blown back into the Dark Ages,
prehistoric times.
Yeah, and they're worshiping what they think are like gods and things, and it's really just technology that talks to them. And then but they take like the Nora take things to the extreme. They're like, oh, you're being exiled. You can stay here, but we're never gonna talk to you again. It's like they can't go outside the sacred lands. They can't, go into any of the machine sites. Like
they do a good job of building that lore, building the communities and like the different types of cultures within that new prehistoric world. So. Like, did you already go to the desert? Did you do the desert arena yet?
So where I'm at is Erend Aaron's sister was killed, or you thought she was dead, and then I had to go find her, found her, and she died anyway, which I think is just awesome. And I'm still trying to track down Olin to find out why it is that they could see me through his focus.
Gotcha. So I think you might not have gotten it yet.
No, I've done like everything else but the main storyline, which again is probably why it is that it's been like really difficult.
Because they scale with you. I think the monsters. I think the monsters scale with you.
I don't know. I would really noticed everything's gotten a hell of a lot easier since I've gotten the new bow from the ice place.
Every time I got the lodge stuff, because I was doing the side stuff too. Anytime I got a lodge weapon, I just disrespected everything until the next fucking main mission.
Oh yeah, I got all the lodge. I did all of the lodge stuff. Some of the lodge.
Well, never mind. I thought they did.
Some of the lodge things were utter bullshit. Like the stealth missions.
The log. Fuck the logs.
I get that first.
Fuck the logs.
19
no,
seconds.
I don't care. Fuck the logs.
I saw what you were. So what you did, like I watched the video of you doing it, and I was like, the first time I did it, that's exactly what I did. I got down there and I whistled and I was like throwing rocks and I was like, there's no fucking way you're gonna do this and whatever. And I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do this. So I tried it the one time, did exactly what you did, left, and I was like, I'll come back when I have, I don't know, something. So I came back, I talked to him again, I was like, explain it again. And he goes, you can use a sling to scare the monsters. And I was like, okay. So I bought the sling, fired it just into the back, and they were like, the fuck? Oh god. And then as soon as like they all ran down the one path, and as soon as they started to like bunch up down the path, I shot the thing and killed like 9 of them all at once.
Motherfucker, dude. I just kept going. I'm like, how the fuck do people do this? I just kept doing it. I was there for like hours, I think.
The other thing is, like, I saw you doing it, and you were so focused on the watchers. Like, you could do it to any of the machines.
It's just because when I did it to, I don't know if it's on that clip, when I did it to the steers, they'll be like, oh, I know we should all go here, but a bunch of them will just spread and go around. And I'm like...
But there were a couple of times that you, like you were getting frustrated, like, halfway in, and you were, like, just fucking running in, but you'd run in and they'd all run down the same one. I'm like, dude, just shoot the thing as they're running by. You got this.
You gotta keep in mind,
and focus on the watcher.
The further I got into it, it was just darker shades of red. I'm like, I want to kill everything. Oh man, damn that log.
I think my favorite though was you had gotten, what was it? You had gotten all 3 of them locked down.
Yeah.
And like they're like in the log thing, and it goes like, if this is one of them, and the end of the log thing's over here, it goes,
yep, like
that. You just you just stare at the camera. You're like,
I couldn't catch a break, man. That fucking mission, I hated it.
I'm trying to think of which ones I've had trouble with. So
the stealth one was fun though. I think I remember the stealth one. The stealth one was fun to do.
So the stealth one, the 3 of them were, you had to kill 4 watchers.
Mm-hmm.
You had to kill 2 of the stalkers, and then the other one was you had to loot the crab things.
Yes.
You had 55 seconds to loot the crab things. Okay, it took you like 43 seconds just to get down there and stealth over to the one. I finally was just like, well, you don't have to technically stealth this. You just have to be able to like loot.
Yeah, you can just run over there.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing, and like I finally fucking did it. But I was like firing mad arrows into this thing, the concussive arrows, to get it to fucking drop it, and it was like, is there fly in here? I 9 arrows. 9 arrows. It didn't fucking drop it. I missed it by like 4 seconds because it wouldn't fucking drop the thing.
That's again due to that fucking. I'm assuming since it's health. You said the health's not multiplied, right?
No, the health I think is still the same. Your damage is just lower.
So maybe the chance of it stunning or dropping is also reduced.
It is because one of the fuckers is like remember to hit it with a concussive arrow. It'll knock it off in one shot. Don't you fucking lie to me.
Yeah, because that's not true. It shouldn't have taken you 9 shots. There was, I think, well, I guess spoilers, but there's. Oh no, you fought corrupted ones already.
Yeah.
When there's corrupted ones,
zones, I would declare.
Yeah, I think they take more than 1 shot on the difficulty I played.
They do.
So like, it's not everyone.
You know, I went into what was it? The first corrupted zone that I really struggled with was the one with the fire bellows and the striders. And I called the strider over, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the striders out so I can just focus on this thing. I called the strider over, stabbed it, and then was like running around. I was like, something in my head was like, there's something wrong with this picture. So I turned back around, the thing got up and was like, yo, he's over here, and then just fucking trampled me. And I was like, well, I guess we're not doing that shit. You know, and again, I'm only doing 42 fucking damage with this goddamn bow because I don't have any mods and I don't have, you know, any weapons or anything.
Have you gotten a legendary mod yet?
A legendary? No.
I'm pretty sure there's a legendary. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, in hobby. It goes purple and then there's or is it just legendary weapons? Or is there even legendary and I'm just going crazy? Or is it epic?
I just remember bathing in oil.
What?
I murdered everything.
Oh, got it. I'm like, what the fuck was he talking about?
I mean, I think the highest weapon you can get are like the ones from the frost area, because you get a super upgraded version of the 2 weapons from the girl if you do the quest for the girl, and then the weapons that you can buy from the merchant that deal more damage the longer you hold or if you let it charge all the way. Yeah. And then the lodge weapons.
Damn, then I don't remember this game at all then. I thought it was one either epic or something else that was gold.
There are like epic versions of the highest level of mods. There's like, because they have like, you know, the circles around them, and there's ones with like circles and then like not like a plot, but more like a crosshair, I guess, on top. And they seem to do a little bit more. Either it's like they have more mods on the mod, or you know, the mod's damage and things are just slightly higher.
Then maybe that's what I'm remembering, but I thought there was like a different like level of mods. That might just be it, and I confused it with something else.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Damn, it has been a while since that game came out. Good for Sony. Had a bunch of good open world games. That sounds good, man. Sounds like you're having a good time with it.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's not be hasty here.
You're having an all right time with it.
Time and enjoying it are 2 very different things.
Okay. So you're enjoying it, but there's some pitfalls, is what you're saying.
Yes. I mean, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable now that I actually like have weapons and do damage and that kind of stuff. And again, if I were to like start from scratch, even on ultra hard, I would do things very differently. Because
you're now more informed before you were going in blindly. So,
like first thing I would do is literally rush the fucking DLC and go get enough blue gleam to get the bow. But you know, even then, like I figured out that if you kill like Thunderjaws and then the Thunderhawks or whatever they're storm birds, they actually drop the epic mods. So, you know, like wasting some time fighting them makes the rest of the game easier, you know, because you're actually like getting weapons and damage.
And you're having a build that actually does percentage upgrades in your attack and not just, oh, you do 3 more. Oh, okay. I feel that. Are you gonna get since you're getting a PS5? Are you gonna get the second one on console or wait for it on PC as well?
I'm not sure. I mean, I personally don't like aiming with stuff. That one I think is like, it's too quick. It's too responsive you need to be too responsive, and the firing is too slow. Like in Halo, you can just kind of, you know, fire because you have a gun. This, you have a bow, and it's like, fire, okay. oh, fire, okay. And like I don't want to
Mhm.
have. I mean, I already missed by millimeters because they're like the fucking aimer's right here, and they go achoo, and it just flies by.
Oh, that's happened to me before. Especially when I'm like low on ammo and I'm like, oh, there goes one of the 3 fucking shots I had left. Right into the air. Hopefully it's just hitting somebody in the background.
Yeah, the main bow that I'm using, the regular bow from the ice place,
Yeah.
I put just nothing but damage mods in it, and the one arrow that does like medium impact damage, it does like 117 damage per shot,
Okay.
which is super nice. But it costs $10 every time I want to shoot it. It's 10 shards. Every
Damn.
arrow is 10 shards, and so having to keep up the number of shards it's not been difficult, like because I've actually been like, I loot everything and I just sell shit.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like I could very easily, if I just stopped looting stuff, run out of money very quickly.
I like how the resources is so bad in Ultra Nightmare or whatever the mode is called that you're just seeing the currency fly out of your bow instead of the arrow. Oh shit!
Yeah.
There goes 10 shards I just followed. Sent flying is what I wanted to say. Anywho, hey Randall, how we doing on the race to presidency?
119 to 92.
Ooh, he is catching up.
It's a dead tie currently in Texas. 66% of the votes counted.
Wow, dead top 50-50 exactly.
Well, it says 49.3 for each of them.
Oh, okay. Randall, thoughts on Raising Dion? Dion? You put that on there. What kind of movie is this? Is it a movie? TV show? Short?
Netflix TV show.
Oh.
Has 9 episodes. Has Michael B. Jordan in it.
Okay.
And a bunch of other actors that
Are pretty well known or no?
I think one of them I've seen before, the others I haven't.
Okay. Some up and comers.
Yeah. So basically, it's a story about this kid who his father died, which is his father's Michael B. Jordan. You find that out in the very beginning of the movie. I mean, the show.
The show.
Spoiler.
So, he has abilities, or he finds out that he has abilities.
What kind of abilities? Like mental abilities, super strength,
Superpowers.
just all across the board. He's super strong, fast.
So far, he can teleport.
Okay, we're moving on. So he got superpowers. What you're saying? I thought you meant
Yeah.
like enhanced abilities.
No, like.
But
he
he's
can
like, okay, go ahead.
telekinesis.
Oh shit! So he's overpowered, is what you're telling me.
Well, he's a kid, so he doesn't know how to.
It don't matter if you can teleport and you have telekinesis, you're done.
Well, he doesn't know.
I can teleport to Kelsey's house, read his mind, come back and read yours.
Yeah, I mean, like once you've learned how to
Telekinesis is
control it,
the
yes.
ability to move things with your mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's telepathic. I'm really sorry.
Yes.
Telekinesis. I can
You said
teleport
that,
over
and I
there.
was like, that's wrong.
I can teleport to Kelsey's house with my mind, throw that soda fridge he has at him, and come back over here. He won't know what the fuck happened. That's overpowered.
And he can go invisible too.
So I can teleport over there, him not know I'm there. Fucking throw the thing at him, watch him go, what the fuck is that? And then when I'm bored of that, I can just come back over here. Is what you're telling me?
And he can heal as well.
Oh, you just go on with this overpowered guy. He can heal too. Nice.
So the story is kind of similar to like how the Fantastic Four got their powers. So there was like a meteor shower and
Is this his second take on Fantastic Four?
no,
Michael B. Jordan's like, yo, this sounds like Fantastic Four. Let me try again.
nah. This
I
is
don't know why when you said how Fantastic Four, in my head when you said how, I imagine Stella got her groove back. But continue.
Similar to the way they got their powers. He went on a space mission and the sun was too bright, and then they got their powers.
Well, I mean, it's similar in the sense that it had to do with something coming from space. But in this particular case, it was a meteor shower, and they happened to be I forget where they were at. They were in Iceland, actually. They were in Iceland looking at the what is it called?
Aurora lights.
Aurora lights, yeah. And they knew that there was going to be some sort of shower because his father, played by Michael B. Jordan, was a scientist. So they were doing studies up there, but while they were doing studies up there were also other civilians who I guess knew about the shower, who were also up there. I think they may have not known particularly about the shower, but I think they were up there to see the aurora lights. So anyway, long story short, they ended up getting radiation, and the radiation gave them powers. Everybody who was there during that event.
Okay.
So the story is about basically finding out what happened to his father, and him
dealing with powers.
His mother raising him and trying to help him learn how to control his powers and deal with everyday life, and it's basically a grounded superhero movie.
Like an origin story.
Yeah.
Is it public that he has powers, or any of the people there?
That's why I say it's grounded. It's the way in which they react to everything is how like you would think most people would. So you got the aunt who freaks out. First of all, his mother freaked out when she found out that he was able to do stuff. And she was scared, and she didn't want him to use the abilities, and she was trying to hide him from everybody.
It's the wrong way, Randall. If we learn anything from our Lord and Savior, hero Homelander, we need to teach them when they're young how to use their powers.
One push at a time.
One push at a time. Let them know how to fly, you know?
I can't believe you said Lord and Savior. Anyway,
One's Chief Keef.
So yeah, that's basically what it's about.
You enjoy it? Like the whole
Yeah, I think it's really good, man.
Sorry to interrupt again, but is it like a mini series, or is it gonna be a second season?
There's gonna be a second season.
Okay. So it's an ongoing.
Wow.
Brian, that does not spoil anything. Like it's just there's a second series. They could have all died at the end of this, and then new season, new powers or some shit.
I don't know. I don't think I need to even watch it now. I already know everything that's going on. I mean, there's even a second season. Fuck.
Oh, you lost me, Netflix. Sorry, you're making a second season. I don't want it.
The plot twist was really, really good too. Did not see it coming.
Oh, there's one like major one.
Yeah.
The kid is raising the mom.
He was his aunt, though. You said not the mom, right?
No, the story follows the mother and the son and their family, but the main characters are the son and the mother.
Oh, okay.
There are other people that that are part of their lives, but it's mainly about them two.
Who plays the kid?
Some kid I've never seen before.
Okay, I was gonna ask if we've seen him already. Go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
Hour-long episodes or half an hour?
Sounds like it's an hour.
To be quite honest, I can't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the 45-minute.
Let me double check.
I honestly thought you said you like grumbled and you said I'm done with your ass. Like you can't remember, so you just like fucking done with you, dude. I can't believe shit.
You're not doing anything correctly right now.
Did the visual effects for the powers look good, or did it look like it cost $10?
Good question. That's a very good question. Cost $10?
To me, I can tell the difference, but I think that to the average looking Joe, it looks good.
It's passable, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look bad, but
is it like Project Power, or it's passable? Like that looked fine.
Yeah.
But there's parts where you're like, ooh.
When he does telekinetic stuff, does he go? Or is it just like you look at it and then it goes?
Can
you give me your Xavier again, Brian?
In the beginning, yeah, he did stuff like that because he's a kid, and
so he's like, "Oh, powers!"
Yeah, he feels like he needs to imitate what he sees in the comic books,
which are they always be they're all very physical and.
But he gets to a point where like he doesn't do any hand wave stuff. It's just him like doing it.
That's cool. All right. I mean, I'm intrigued. Once I get do you recommend it?
Oh yeah, I definitely recommend.
Got fast or not?
I think
We don't
it's-
know if it's an hour or not. It might be 40 minutes, I guess. If I had a guess, depending on Netflix's like TV show drama runtimes, because Ozark is 40 minutes, right, Brian? 40 to
Yeah.
50 minutes.
I
would imagine that would be the
question for you,
runtime.
Randall. You watch some of the Marvel TV shows that are on Netflix, right?
The only one I've watched is Agents of Shield.
You didn't watch Daredevil?
No,
I watched all
Or
of
the
them, but
or the
Agents of
Punisher,
S.H.I.E.L.D. and,
Luke Cage.
I watched Luke Cage.
Okay, so how does this show stack up to like something that's heavily backed in terms of budgeting and I guess something that we already know? How would you compare it? I'm assuming
That's a-
story's better because those are just I'm gonna kick your ass in the next season.
what's the? I mean, Luke Cage was like super slow.
Yeah.
It was
I agree with
like
that.
dreadfully slow.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the woman?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. That one was really good. I felt like that one had decent pacing and character development and that kind of stuff.
Those
I've
were my
never
two
seen-
favorite. Were Daredevil and Jessica Jones.
Yeah, Daredevil's really awesome.
Punisher shows up
I
there
haven't
for me.
seen Iron Fist or whatever because like
Don't worry.
nobody I've ever talked to is like, no, dude, that movie that was awesome. Everybody was like, bro, I could make a better kung fu movie than that whatever the fuck that was. Like it was so
The
dumb.
only two things that made me think there was some payoff was that I like looking at the lady that plays Colleen and in the screenshot I sent you guys with him with the guns. Are the only two things I was like, I'm alright that I watched this.
I completely
Luke Cage
forgot
season-
Iron Fist
Luke
was a
Cage
thing.
Luke Cage season 2, if they didn't have reggae every time a Jamaican person was on the screen and have the main villain go, "Them fi call me Bushmaster," then I would have been out. I would have been out. Yeah, back to you, Randall.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Stacking up the Marvel TV shows with this. Do you see that? Is there a competition? Is it just a completely different type of vibe?
The best way I can answer this is like at the end of the day, it's all subjective. So, I think it's based on the viewer. But if I had to give a comparison, I would think it would be something equivalent to like if I said to you,
To me,
or any one of you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, particularly the guys in this podcast because we all kind of share similar interests. If I said to you that Google is coming out with a new phone, and then I told you Johnson & Johnson is coming out with a new phone,
that's gonna be some nice slippery phones.
more than
At
likely
least it
you're
won't
gonna
make
be
you cry though.
No tears.
more than likely
No
you're
tears.
gonna lean more towards the Google phone because they're reputable. They've been doing this for years.
But I'm not gonna just default go to it because maybe Johnson & Johnson might come up with something that Google hasn't yet. So I'd wait.
Johnson
for
&
reviews.
Johnson,
Yeah. Hey, it could be.
who deals with nothing with technology.
Randall, name another company that can guarantee no tears.
Also, Randall, like Corsair was a memory only company. Now look up Corsair and see what they sell you.
What do they make now?
Everything: keyboards, mice, cameras,
that's- yeah,
Elgato.
that's right.
Still
They
in
have
technology,
everything.
though. That's still within their genre or whatever category you want to call
Randall,
it. It's technology.
Lotion, there's technology in lotion. It's not circuits, but there's mixtures. There's
it's
the
not
chemicals.
electronics.
Okay. Then yeah, you got it there.
So you're literally dancing around my example.
I will still see what Johnson & Johnson has to have
The
before
point
I
of the
buy
matter
it.
is you're not going to see Johnson & Johnson come out with a phone unless it's like 2042 and they're just completely changing their image. But anyway,
No
in my
tears.
example, oh my God.
Janana says they don't only do soap. So I guess they have something else they do as well.
They don't do electronics is the point that I'm talking about. If Johnson & Johnson said that they're coming out with a phone and Google said they're coming out with a phone, you're going to lean towards the Google phone is what is the point that I'm trying to make.
Okay.
So with
I
that
don't know.
being
I've seen
said,
Google products. I'm not impressed.
you know what? I'm done.
We've broken him.
Look at my Instagram.
I tell you what I'm not doing. I'm definitely not Googling Johnson & Johnson Electronics. That's not
Yeah.
what I'm Googling.
They have electronics. They have medical equipment that is electronics.
Yeah, but that's in their field though. It's in the medical field. It has nothing to do with TVs and phones and stuff like that.
Anywho, so you're saying don't watch this then?
No, if you would stop joking around and listening to what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm jerking around, not joking around.
Anyway, the point of the matter is you're going to lean to, if you had to choose a phone, you're going to lean more towards Google because they have the reputation. This is what they specialize in.
Okay.
So,
But they've made me cry before.
Brian, if you... Anyway.
He's gonna pull out his Miguel on you, Brian.
I suck.
The example that I am trying to make is that you will automatically assume that Google makes the better product. Like you anything that comes out in that particular area, you're going to judge against, or you're going to compare to Google. Especially if Johnson comes out with a phone, you're going to compare it to what Google made. So what I'm saying is like with his question, Marvel is established, and they have characters that people have known for years. We already kind of know their arcs. We know their backstory, their lore, and all that stuff like that. So a lot of this stuff is kind of already polished. So with this, it's a superhero movie that has no reputation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So immediately, at least for me, that's why initially I said it's subjective. For me, it's like I'm already like looking at it sideways because it's like, okay, I don't know who any of these characters are, and the moves, or not the moves, but the powers that you're displaying on screen. I've already seen other characters do this, if not better. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you don't really give it. You give it a chance, but you don't give it a chance. If that makes sense, you give it a chance, but you judge it. It's kind of like
what's giving it chances? You're judging.
But you know how like when you're presented with something, depending on
you're skeptical, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Depending on the reputation of said thing, you might look at it like I'm all in. Or you might look at it like, let's see what they got. Mm-hmm. You know, let's see what they work on.
So now you're understanding what I'm saying with Johnson & Johnson. Let's see what they got.
But in my example is not saying that you wouldn't see what they got. The point is that you would lean more towards Google because this is what they specialize in.
Gotcha. I was about to say, so right off the bat, I'm like, let me see what Johnson & Johnson got.
In Brian's original question, when you're comparing the two, is like comparing Google to Johnson & Johnson. This show, while it is talking about superheroes and people with abilities, it is not flushed out or has the same lore and well thought out background that it's kind of unfair to compare because Marvel has it's been for years that they had time to build this lore and this trust in the characters and love and stuff like that. I don't know who these people are. I've seen Nightcrawler teleport 8,000 times, and
that's a lot, Randall.
This kid, when he teleports, the after thing is like Nightcrawler.
Oh, the smoke, the light smoke stuff.
But of course, I'm going to say when I see Nightcrawler teleport in X-Men, that junk looks crisp. This looks like a knockoff of it. It doesn't look bad, but it's like I've seen better.
It's just heavily inspired.
You're telling me.
Yeah, in a matter of
kind of touch of death, but it does damage.
Kelsey's done here. Look at those cheeks. Done. Did you see the cakes on those? Ooh. And it says that you buy into brands like Nike, even though Fila is fine. Is that true? Not true. Oof.
Not true.
Damn.
I mean, again. I mean, we could go at this for a long time, but it's subjective.
Oh.
And I mean, I feel like Nike's brand is the R&D that they do on their products is way better than some other. Yeah. Now, if she was to compare Adidas to Nike, I would say they're pretty much on par. At that point, it's just that I prefer Nike because that's all I've wore. I wore it when I played football. I wore it when I played basketball. Every time, anything, as soon as sports, my brain automatically says Nike because I have history. Mm-hmm. Like I've used their product for years and it's always been really good.
Counterpoint to you, Randall, though. Does Nike have a song where Lil Jon in the chorus says, "Forever I love Atlanta, comma, Fila.
Why would that be important to me?
Because you be lit.
I don't think they've made anybody cry either.
Same. But Google,
Yo. I cry every time there's a fucking Stadia announcement and it's a bullshit announcement. So they make me cry all the time.
I'm pretty sure Johnson & Johnson's controller for their system, Studio, whatever, it would connect.
Did you just say studio? The generic fucking word studio?
I mean, Stadia, you hear that all the time before Stadia was a thing.
Really? Where?
Everywhere,
when Italian people try to say stadium, they're like, Stadia.
Oh.
See?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just not well versed in Italian, so.
Oh, I mean, you are scum, so.
Are you crying in Italian?
Yeah. I'm also crying in Hispanic, I think it was, or Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I might give it a shot once I'm finished with Peaky Blinders. Speaking of which, it's time to talk about Peaky Blinders Season 1.
Is that how they all talk? Is my first question.
Brian, this is you. Yeah. You can answer it for you. It's one of those where you have to focus because you might not hear what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah, like I can't tell you how many times I'll be like, is that what he said or what did he say?
Like, it's legit. It's Cillian Murphy's in it. That's the only one I actually know from the rest. No, the guy from Sons of Anarchy's in it. Chubs? Guy with the scar on his face. The guy with the scar on his face.
I don't know.
I think he played Chubbs or something. Not the baby. I just got what you said. Anywho, it's a gang in London in 1914 or 19. Spoilers, I guess, because he's not in the first season. So thank you.
You don't know who he is.
But he's in it, so now I know he's gonna be in it.
No, I clicked on Peaky Blinders. I didn't click Peaky Blinders.
That's okay. That's good. Then that's a separate series. Well, now I'm excited. I don't know when Tom Hardy's gonna show up, but that'd be cool to see him on here. The baby with the gun. Oh, okay.
Real quick, fun fact: the word stadia is Greek.
Oh, so it actually is a word.
But it's the word for stadium.
Oh, so it's a real word. Never mind. He got me. He got the wrong country, but like.
No, you didn't hear me correctly then.
Oh, my bad. What did you say then?
I said Greek, and then you're like Italian meatball. I was like, whoa.
My bad. That's my fault. A weird side note: I saw an image of Red Dead Redemption 2, and you can dress up as Mario and Luigi. That was weird, but that's now we're back. So Peaky Blinders. Organized crime, 1914, 1919, something like that. They're called the Peaky Blinders, run by the family called the Shelbys. Main dude is Thomas Shelby, played by Cillian Murphy, the guy who played Brian, what are you laughing at?
I wanted to ask if he makes cars yet, or is that later down the line?
The assembly
Shelby.
line.
Because his last name is Shelby, Randall.
Oh,
Do you remember who plays Scarecrow in the Nolan Batman? Oh, Brian, you're looking at who's in it. Okay, so you know who it is. Kelsey, you
his name.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Played by Cillian Murphy. Moving on.
what else has he played in?
He was in Dunkirk. He was also in. He's in a lot of stuff. He's actually really
He's a good actor.
renowned actor. Yeah.
I mean, look up. I've seen him in like a bunch of things, but I don't remember.
Sam. I also have my brother.
What?
Good stuff. Anyway, he's in a family with like 3 or 4 other brothers, and his aunt. I think it's his aunt. Anywho, then they run the gang. Go ahead.
Inception.
Yes, he also was Inception.
He was?
Yes.
He's the guy who's was it grandpa or his dad? Remember how they used him as a way to like
to
write
get
the safe
further, yeah. And to get further in, he's wearing a white jacket near the end of the movie. They go into the ice part. He's Inception too. He is the second movie. Is what I just read.
Okay.
I heard they're gonna call it Incepted.
So the family is
No, it's Intercepted.
That's the prequel.
Oh, okay. So is it called Peaky Blinders because they're peeking behind the blinds?
Yes, cinematography works like that. So when they're having like, there's some scenes where there's people like in alleyways and stuff that are talking to each other like one on one, and the scene will sometimes end with someone looking through the window, like the camera's in the window, because anything that happens in that town that they own, they'll know about it. Oh, I heard so and so. They always have somebody watching. So I heard so and so's talk to this person and stuff like that, depending on where they're at. Yeah, this is your show, Brian. You want to hear some European fucking slang? You're like, this is it.
Yeah.
They have little boys here just drinking whiskey. Yay high. And there's a scene where they're about to go like fuck some people up as a crew, and the little kid goes from the box and grabs a little knife and he's like, no, put that away, and then give him a hatchet. And then they're like, let's go. And then I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Jeez.
It's good stuff. Anyway. So yeah, if you're into the organized crime stuff, where I'm super into that. Mobster stuff, super into that. European accents.
You like mob stuff?
Yeah.
Have you ever played a game called Mafia?
Yeah. I still haven't bought the definitive edition yet, but I gotta replay it, dude. Oh my god. I gotta play it again. Because it looks fantastic. The remake, man, you gotta see it. In comparison back to when it came out back in when there was only 20 polygons on screen. No, the vision. You ain't listening, bro. Just what it looks like.
Saying. You're trying to tell me that the game visually looks better.
Yeah, they restored it and it looks really good.
It's just, I don't know.
But do you fuck with it, Anthony?
The show? Or the Mafia, the first one? Brian, I can see your fan spinning.
Which one was with the Dominican dude?
3.
Okay.
Did you play that one, or did you like it?
Me?
Yeah. Or did you just watch us play it?
I think I looked at it a little bit. I didn't see you guys play it, but I looked at it a little bit because I was interested in it because I thought it was interesting.
It was Justin that was with us.
Yeah.
It was during the hurricane.
Hurricanes, yeah.
And we played through, and I played through Mafia 3 in front of everybody.
Down in Buckhead.
Peaky Blinders, thank you. Yeah, it's only 6 episodes per season because it's a BBC show, just like Sherlock. Well, Sherlock is BBC One, not Big Black Cock One. Randall, you can wipe that tickling fucking smile off your face.
That's not what I was thinking at all.
Did you not? Yeah, look, Johan thought the same thing. BBC hype. You looked at me right like you were looking like, where's one?
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
No.
Between your legs, bro. That's what it is.
You because I was trying. You said it so fast. I was trying to figure out what you said.
BBC
Randall, get your head
One.
out of the butter. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho,
BBC stands for babies be crazy.
Bitches be crazy.
just like Sherlock and their seasons, they only had 3 in Sherlock, but they were like an hour and a half. But this is 6 episodes, and not like 50 minutes each, and the plot. Oh, the other person is Sam Neill, who's in this. That's a renowned actor. He's in Jurassic Park. The old dude's Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. He was also in Hunt for the Wilder People. Anyway, great performances.
With the kid.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the movie with New Zealand, right? With the kid and the grandpa.
Yes, and yeah.
Okay.
Is that the same movie with the girl or somebody hides inside the thing's mouth?
I don't remember. Hunt for the Wilder People, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't remember if she's hiding. Can you look it up? Yeah, I don't remember. There's a female girl looking for the kid. She's like a cop or something, or works at child services.
Isn't she the one that's in Ragnarok?
Yes, they're both in Ragnarok. The kid and I'm sorry, not kid. Not they're both. She's in Ragnarok. The director of Ragnarok, Taika Waititi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize. Did you say a female girl? Did I? Again, okay.
Yeah, you're wild.
I'm wilding today, man. I didn't get to work out. I'm losing
a show
it.
called Peaky Blinders.
Yo, so have I, dude. And fucking, it's great stuff. Again, if you like the mob stuff, you like the European if you like the setting, London in 19 whatever, everything's like gray and run down and shit. They're in the middle of like the uprising. What happened?
London or London?
London. It's London. I'll meet you at the Garrison. It's telling you, Brian. It's legit. You're gonna be it's helping me sharpen up my accent for European. You know what I'm saying?
I already have that down pat, so it's whatever.
And congratulations, but we're not all born like you. You know what I'm saying? Some of us need practice
the whole time because the gentleman. Anytime I heard a fucking English accent or Irish, any of the accents, I couldn't help but enjoy myself.
Gotcha. Okay.
How much do you enjoy yourself?
Large.
Okay.
Oh my God. So yes, I personally recommend it because it hits all my check boxes. Chess moves like not political, but like chess moves and territory ownership, I guess. Mafia ass gun styles. There's some shots of like the whole crew walking out with their fucking London fits with the long like raincoats and their fancy suits, and I'm like, look at that. That's life right there.
Trench coat, like I've wanted to own a trench coat and be able to like wear it all the time for the longest time.
I need you, if you see the style in this show, it's that, dude. It's just fucking crazy, just sharp. Everyone, they have fresh cut.
That was like
hair, everything just
about Mad Men, you know, like the suits, everything. Like it was just great.
But this is like that, but mafia.
Into divorce.
There's that in this too. There's chain smoking in this, and I guess divorce. I guess.
Not a spoiler.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. Sam Neill's character is a cop. There's 5. I just finished the first one today, and they're all 6 episodes each. So.
Okay. The movie I was talking about was Where the Wild Thing.
Oh no, the one we're talking about is
the children's book.
Yeah, but there was a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't know.
No.
I guess what Brian said was, what he wanted to say was, oh, that's based off the children's book. But all he said was, that's a children's book, and just stared at you.
He got it.
No, he didn't, because he looked at you for a follow-up, and you just stared at him.
I thought he was saying that, like, I was wrong, and no, it's a children's book. Like,
anywho.
He got it.
Yeah, so far, I'm digging it. I hope it stays as intense as it is, with like the whole pushing to get more territory, doing different things to like get money for the family and stuff like that. And we'll see. First season, I'm down. It was dope.
Okay.
I think I know that reference. That's South Park.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know who says it, but I've heard that.
Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, it's whatever I don't remember the teacher's name, but it's something like that.
Ah, okay. So Brian, since we're in a laughing mood here, tell me about that jungle pussy.
I can sum up this album by saying no.
There's a group called Jungle Pussy.
It's a person.
Oh, it's a person. I'm sorry. That's what they're. Yeah, that's what the name. That's what they go as an artist, musical artist. Is Jungle Pussy.
So you know how the first time I tried that name's funny. Let me listen to the album.
It was a yak or yak or something.
Yak, right? So like, you know what? Let me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can say is no to this album.
Damn. So it was not even. Is it like no? Like, oh, you just want to keep skipping it, or it was just like, oh, it's not my style.
I feel like you can only listen to this ironically.
Oh, got it.
So you know how Tyler Creator sometimes he does like songs or freestyles like jokingly like being bad or being silly and it's funny.
Yeah.
So now imagine that, but it's not funny at all.
So stay clear of this. Okay.
What kind of music is it?
It's like
It's bad music apparently.
I guess it's kind of rappy kind of.
Trappy rappy.
Yeah, it was like sometimes the instrumental I enjoyed, and just like sometimes like maybe a solid second I'm like, okay, this song it'll change the album,
Krabby Patty.
and then it never does, Randall.
Okay, so I guess okay. So hard pass. We don't even have to review this. So just
I don't
don't.
want to hear this ever again, though.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's crazy.
So this would be under your 10 worst things if we ever did a.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right then, yo, move on to Panzer Paladin, dude. I thought it was gonna take a little longer.
Nah, and so boom, right? I was like, Thursdays are free for me.
Yeah.
I have a whole extra month to get through games that I already own.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, since
With the
the
delay.
day of Cybering was moved.
Since the delay
I
of
own this
Cyberpunk.
game. I got this game on sale like a month or two ago. Had installed, never clicked it. So boom, last Thursday was it? Right? I was like, fuck it, spark her up, dude. Just spark it up. Off a rip. So this is like a platformer game. Platformer, side-scrolling. Yeah, you platform to the boss, you slap the shit out of the boss. Next level. Right?
Okay.
It works in the way of like Mega Man minus, but instead of like, oh, I get this ability, this works good on this. You beat the enemy and you get their holy sword or whatever. The point is to
What the
collect
hell?
all of them to wipe this alien threat out of Earth.
Like,
Oh, wait,
like
this is the
smug
game I was
faces?
Yeah,
This is the game I was watching you play?
yeah.
Okay.
Weapons have durability, so you could use that weapon, but it'll break eventually. And you use
Oh,
weapons.
man.
There's spirits within the weapons, and you can release the spirit by breaking the weapon or by selling it, and you can upgrade your mech's health.
Oh.
There's 2 health bars. You as a pilot, so if you can get out of your mech and just fucking Simon whip. And there's some platforming
Oh.
things that require you to whip and do things like that. But obviously you have less health because you're just
Do you
a
have to
human.
NA afterwards?
Yeah, you can whip. They can watch you
Okay.
whip, but
Okay.
you can decide if you nay after.
Okay.
A
a good reference.
Some
Good
platforming.
reference.
There's some ways to like secret health upgrades or little 1-ups if you like break materials on walls and put your little body through them and things like that. As far I'm doing the aesthetic stuff after because I have nothing bad to say about that, so I'm just gonna get through like the combat part.
Okay.
The weapons that you pick up, so you beat the shit out of an enemy, they have a chance to drop a weapon. Weapons have different weapon types. There's piercing, there's impact, and then there's just like regular slash.
Mm-hmm.
They each have their own damage stat, and you can basically, I don't remember what they call it, but sacrifice a weapon, and you do basically a spell, but it breaks immediately. So some weapons will heal you, others just thunder strike everything.
Ooh.
Things like that. There's some that just absorb health from other enemies and just give it into you.
Okay.
There's a
Like a
huge
siphon
variety
or
of
something?
weapons too. Yeah. Each world essentially has its own weapon, like cosmetic or theme. So like one place will have I think in the US where you fight Medusa as one of the bosses, you have like a bat, but it works like a blunt object. And then you go to fucking Egypt and it's some weird shit, but it also has the same like weapon type.
Gotcha.
USA was Lilith. Medusa was somewhere else.
I was gonna say I don't know why
It was Greece.
Medusa would be in USA.
So each area had like their own themed boss.
Yeah.
So Egypt had Anubis, I think it
Makes
was.
sense. Okay.
Greece had Medusa and things like that. So yeah, you can slash with the weapons. You can throw your weapon, but it instantly breaks. You don't have a double jump, but if it's like a Shovel Knight where you can direct your weapon to. So it's not just you can do it up. If you're in the air, it acts like a second double jump. It acts like a double jump.
Oh.
You can pogo.
Yes.
Things like that. Throw it works as it described. You throw your weapon. I don't think there's anything else.
And the layout is just you do this level, you finish it like Mega Man or Shovel Knight. This level, finish it, you're done, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Or is it like a world map thing where you can choose the level?
It's choosing like Mega Man. So they tell you the plot. You're like, oh, go out there and do it, and it gives you all the bosses and areas, and then you pick.
But does it can you do what Mega Man does and like, oh, this guy's powers like super effective against this? Okay. So you can just at your leisure just do whichever one.
It seems like it, yeah, unless I'm stupid.
Okay.
I mean, you did forget that you could rewind time in a game that tells you can rewind time. So.
Oh.
So the aesthetic for this game is like, so that's basically the gist of it. The game's fun, gameplay wise. Some of the worlds were annoying because they're designed to like fuck with you, like where the type of enemies or placement of the enemies. I got annoyed by some of it. USA was pretty, but it was annoying to me.
Before you continue, I don't know if you mentioned already, but the controls, how responsive is it? Like Mega Man and Shovel Knight? Like it's just midair. I can just redirect my jumps and stuff.
Oh,
or
the B button. You know Castlevania, you dash backwards as like an evade.
Yeah.
It has that. Also,
they got the movement down. Let's go.
So your character, your mech, has a shield arm. You don't ever change this, and then your weapon, you can actually deflect projectiles with the shield or like
an active button.
No, it doesn't like just standing there. So someone
passively
directly.
got it.
Yeah, but there's a high end load to it.
That's
so you have to be crouching. You can also do. It's not really a parry, but it's like a counter, whatever, like a counter attack. If the second they touch your shield, even like a weapon, if you press X to hit them, you can disarm them or just like stun them.
Oh, okay. So it's a nice little. Okay, that's cool.
It's a nice way to like guarantee it a weapon or just stop from getting hit.
I don't have to play this. Sounds like right up my alley.
Trying to think if there's anything else that was like that I'm missing.
Soundtrack.
All right, so yeah, do soundtrack. I'd have to listen to each song individually to tell you which one my favorite is, but I haven't heard one that's bad.
Oh, that's good.
It's like those older like
the
SNES
Messenger
games or like Messenger or Shovel Knight where it's just like off
bangers,
slaps.
Let's go. Okay, I gotta play this.
Not one bad song yet.
This could be my This could be my messenger for this year, Randall.
Visually, this came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is the Messenger the platforming game?
It's yes. Yes. I'm just keeping it on yes.
We play as ninja.
You play as a ninja, yeah. As a messenger, actually, but
I may be thinking of something else.
Soundtrack, great. I don't remember the hit sounds. I don't remember having a complaint. Sound-wise, I don't remember having a complaint. Every time I heard a song, slaps.
Okay, cool.
Was it death metal great like Doom is?
This is an important question. Like when you're playing in the game, like because death metal enhances the fights in Doom Eternal.
All right, so think about a beat 'em up or a Mega Man. If you enter the stage, that shit slaps. And then yes, going. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's a yes, Kelsey. It's just it does the same. It has the same effect.
Doom is more like adrenaline acid, though.
Yeah, it is.
I think it says that on the back of the box.
What?
We need to just Photoshop that quote for Randall. Doom is like adrenaline acid. Randall Green.
IGN.
Somebody needs to tweet this at IGN and be like, the music for this is like adrenaline acid.
That's a short idea, Randall.
No. The aesthetic is very retro on purpose, but it's pretty. Even down to like the cutscenes where it shows characters.
Yeah,
their color palette looks like it's back in the day. So it being designed to be like a timepiece game. Good job, good execution there. The story, it's just things are landing on Earth. That ain't right. Go get them.
That ain't right.
I'm trying to. I don't think I left anything else out, but so far I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm about to try this.
There's a mode I didn't do it, but you can make your own weapon essentially, and so
like put in your own spirit.
Like craft it. So it gives you weapons I think it gives you weapons that other people have made and puts it into the pool.
Oh,
And there's this boss, this like reoccurring random side boss. It's a horseman, like it's like a horse knight basically. And I beat him, and I got a sword that was basically a revolver called Harry.
Hot.
What did he
And,
say?
yeah.
It sounds hot.
it's,
sounds
he
hot.
said, but he said it's a revolver and it's called Harry, like Dirty Harry.
Harry?
Yeah, Dirty Harry.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't. It's like a blacksmith mode where you can do that. I haven't done that. I'm just doing the regular story, but I look forward to that. And I'm sad that that revolver broke.
You mean Harry died?
Yeah,
And it's not co-op in any way, right?
not to my knowledge.
Gotcha.
Not with that attitude.
All right, I gotta play this. You hear me, Randall? Do you hear me?
Yeah, it looked like something you would play.
Oh, you seen it? Oh, you said you watched me
Yeah, I
play.
watched them play a little bit.
That sounds like it's right up my alley.
I didn't know that was a mech because it looks like
It just looks like an
it
armor.
looks like it looks like medieval armor.
Oh, can you control the mech when you're out of it? Like tele
No.
commands or anything?
It's like,
Okay.
it like powers down.
Okay. So like Gato
If you-
Roboto then.
If you lose your mech's health, it's gone there until you get to another platform thing where you can essentially refabricate it.
Okay. That sounds good.
Were you would ask me, Kelsey?
Yeah, he was gonna say something.
This is
Sorry.
about another game. Then I think I asked this last time. Was it Noita?
Yeah, I need to try
Noita or
that too.
whatever?
I was watching a couple people play it. I mean, it looks like it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's lots of like, explosions and shit. It just looks really interesting.
Yeah, I might give that one a try as well because I thought it was really cool.
What is it
looking.
called?
Noita.
I just say
Noita?
Noita. I don't know. Yeah.
Or Noita.
Might as well just
So
play
it sounds like
off.
it sounds like you recommend this, then, Brian. Because sounds like I'm
Yeah.
recommending it for everyone because it sounds like it's right up my alley.
I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this.
Okay, I gotta.
There's
give
only
this shit.
small parts where I got salty, and that's just because the enemies are out to get me.
Gotcha.
But
You mentioned something early in the beginning about the cyberpunk thing. What are your guys' thoughts on developers or publishers moving games after a big game has taken their slot?
it makes
Because
sense.
Path of Exile's expansion was supposed to come out in December, and now that has been pushed because Cyberpunk is coming out. And it reminded me because you said Cyberpunk, and I looked at Kelsey, and I'm like, oh, he plays Path of Exile. I should bring it up.
Wait, what?
Sorry,
Explain
I
what
was typing up. Ask the question again.
So
So-
Cyberpunk got pushed to December 10th. Something else was supposed to come out around that time. They delayed the release as to not have to compete with Cyberpunk.
from a completely different developer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your question is,
I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I think it's trash. I don't like that.
I think it's smart.
Marketing, yeah, but for the people who've been supporting you, they don't care about Cyberpunk. They're gonna buy your game and play it anyway. So why would you hurt them for that?
Which game moved? Sorry.
Path of Exile's expansion
I mean, it's
They
a
moved it-
double-edged sword.
further out.
They moved it because They've announced that they moved it because Cyberpunk.
If I'm not mistaken, that's what I read the headline as. It could be something
Okay.
else, but
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of shitty, kind of a good idea because, like, I mean, they want people to enjoy the games. Like, they're not one of those companies that's like, no, you need to play our game. They want people to enjoy every game, and so I think they're moving it to give people time to play Cyberpunk if they want it. And then they're going to release theirs, and then they'll have something else they can play.
but isn't it free?
Yeah,
So then what are they competing against?
nothing really. I mean,
So that's why I'm like, why use that as your scapegoat? If you needed more time to develop or something, just say that.
The reason why I think this could be a reason. I don't know if it's the reason, but maybe a reason. You know how on Steam, now updated is this game or whatever.
Yes.
With a game like Cyberpunk out, it could be like, oh, they updated that, and then loads up Cyberpunk. Where if there's nothing, if there's downtime, if there's downtime, you're like, oh, I haven't played this in a while. I don't really have anything to play. Let me jump back into it, I guess. But at the same time, I'm gonna use Torchlight as an example. Torchlight 2, I think the same day as Borderlands. but they were confident in their game to be like, we're not moving. We're coming out the same day.
We played both that weekend.
Yeah, but you're talking about. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that there are probably other people out there that think like you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going up against a game that huge, you probably want as many eyes as you can on your game, and unfortunately, most people are going to be playing Cyberpunk. And you know how you guys like always talk about backlog.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening? This is just my little synopsis on the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk comes out. That game comes out. People play Cyberpunk, and then they beat Cyberpunk, and then another game comes out that is equal as far as like top tier, and then they play that game, and then they still don't play this game, and then something else comes out. Like eventually, that game keeps getting knocked back to the point where like months might go by before they might even pick it up.
But that doesn't change when.
God of Exile's community is pretty. I mean, they're the ones that play like Diablo, you know, Grim Dawn,
Torchlight,
like anything that's like a similar style.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there are a lot of people that play other games, but for the most part, like every league, there's the same people that come back and play the game. Yeah, they're gonna go play other stuff, but they're still gonna come back and play PoE regardless of what's out.
I'm not denying the fact that they're going to come back and play the game, but I'm just thinking in terms of, yes, you have your hardcore community who's going to be there no matter what, and they're going to play the game because they're looking forward to your game. But if you are a company that's also trying to bring in more people into your community, then you risk the chance of not getting the attention of those people if something is more anticipated, like Cyberpunk is coming out at the same exact time.
The reason why I guess that part doesn't really apply to Path of Exile is because, one, it's a free game, and two, it's not a free game being released, it's an update to a free game that everyone has access to already, which is why in that case, release it whenever. I would say the same day would have been fine, because that update will still be there for whoever's done with Cyberpunk instead of delaying it, and then the people that are there for that update have to wait now because you're scared, you're not confident in what you're putting out there. But if it's a new release, so let's say, I don't know, let's say another Darkstalkers came out. Actually, no.
That's a bad example.
If it's a new release within the same genre as the AAA game,
yes,
I highly suggest moving it. If it's a new release, different genre, I also think, like what Torchlight did, just stand strong on the date. I kind of rambled that, so I don't know if all that made sense.
No, that made sense. It's just like it's an update. When I read the headline, I just had a bad, like a ill feeling. Like you're using that as a reason to push your game. Again, maybe they just want to get out of the way. But that, to me, when I read it, it's like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna hit this deadline. So instead of saying we're not gonna hit it, we're just gonna use this as our scapegoat, so we can push it. But I'm the pessimist, so like again, that's just me reading the bad parts of in between the lines, even if there isn't anything in between the lines. Because if it's an update, dude, release the update. Don't push it and say it's because the Cyberpunk moved the release date. So you're saying that it's already done and you're gonna hold on to it until afterwards? That's a bad message.
When you say update, what do you mean?
Kelsey can fill you in. It's like an expansion, and they add a bunch of stuff like reworks and new areas and stuff. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, Kelsey, you can just tell me.
Path of Exile releases the new leagues and things all the time, and it's like new mechanics to the game. And I mean, some things completely change the way the game plays, and other things are just like, additions where you triggers to like activate monsters and that kind of stuff. The new 2.0 is like a whole new thing, like new storyline, new characters, new everything. The way they completely changed the way that like the gem system works, sockets work, the whole works.
So again,
if you guys are talking about a complete overhaul.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you guys have a deadline and you hit it, like let's say that I don't know what the progress is, I don't know what anything is, but if you hit it and you're consciously going, we're done, let's hold it. Why? The people who have been waiting for this are going to jump in there and play it. You're not losing cash, bro. Like,
I mean, they're it's not like they're a small time company that's like trying to compete with, you know, stuff and try and get their name out in there. I mean, they've been around, they've been established for like over 10 years now, and
Path of Exile's been out for how long now? Years, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
And people are still playing it. So what?
I mean,
What rubbed me the wrong way was I in my head they said this so they can give themselves more time. If they needed more time, they should just said they needed more time.
it could be that, or it could very well be because they're just afraid that more eyes are going to be on Cyberpunk.
Which is, I get it. From a marketing standpoint, you want things to sell, but you're not selling an expansion. That's what's it's not making sense. But I mean, I could just be harping on them because that when Brandon said the Cyberpunk, when he reminded us that Cyberpunk was pushed, I was like, oh yeah, and the Path of Exile thing, and I already felt the freaking bad rub again. I'm like, oh, I gotta mention this afterwards. But I don't know. I got pushed. I don't think anything else got pushed. It was just that, and I was like, come on. There's so many gamers now. Like there's gonna be people who don't even want to play Cyberpunk because it's overhyped. Like, so like, you'll have people playing your game, the game. Like, and there's people who play that will play the expansion and then review it, and then if word gets around that's even better than before, more new people will try because it's free. So like that's. In this ecosystem that we live in, there's a lot of word of mouth. Whether it's streaming, or whether it's just podcasts like this where we just review stuff, or just fucking you just go to, well, not anymore because it's COVID, but like make conventions and stuff, or I don't know.
No, speaking of
Social
conventions,
media.
BlizzCon's gonna be free to watch online.
Oh, cool. Maybe they'll
about
show
fucking
something.
time.
Yeah,
They make
like
so much goddamn money that they don't need to be charging for fucking BlizzCon.
facts. I hope they show more of Diablo 4.
Like,
Give me a
like
release
what?
date. I
What
don't
a
show me
shit
more.
way to like just limit your audience. I don't know. You need to pay us so that we can show you, so that you can pay us more later. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You still charge $15 a month for fucking World of Warcraft. You still have like literally the cornerstone of the MMO market, and you're fucking charging to show off new stuff. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a bad move. It's bad moves. Like, especially with this year being a lockdown, even before this year, with Nintendo pulling out of EA's conferences, Bethesda pulling out, all these people pulling out of EA. It's like, why are we charging people to come into this convention?
E3.
We can just, or E3 and stuff. They're pulling out of E3. What did I say before?
Yeah,
EA.
Sorry,
that's why I was looking at you like, what?
No, they were pulling, like, even EA pulled out of the E3 stuff, and they had their own EA Play stuff. Like, everyone's got their press conferences. It's free. You stream it. You get the hype going. Free publicity. So when every time they were charged to go to BlizzCon, I'm like, I get it. You want to charge a VIP experience for your people who like play your games. And it's like, but that's not. They're there to see what's next, bro. Like, they're there to celebrate what we have and then like to move on. But like, don't charge them for that. They already paid
Like,
you. They paid you the
one thing
games.
If you're going, it's one thing if you're going to the convention. Like, you're going to the convention, you get all these other perks. Like, you get to try out new games, play test, you know, updates and all this other stuff. Like, there are perks for paying to go visit this place. But,
Gotcha.
you know, like, if you're sitting here watching, why would you limit your audience behind a paywall for that shit?
The way I see it is the way that the Coachellas do it, which is the correct way. You could watch from home, to my knowledge. You can watch from home, like the sets. It's not the same as actually buying a ticket and being there, but
yeah, it's a different experience.
It. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm pissed because the year that fucking Frank Ocean was gonna be there, now everything's shut down.
That's our luck. That's the luck. And that's it. I guess I just wanted to rant about that. That was just really off. That was off-putting reading that headline. So I was like, don't do that. That's old stuff. Marketing strategies. Don't do that. Release your game, dude. If you have a deadline, hit it. If you can't, say you can't and you push it. Don't blame it on someone else's release. If that is the case.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like the games are really competing that much.
That's what I was saying. There's not much overlap. They're completely different genres.
Yeah.
They're RPGs, but they play significantly different. I don't know. That was just my 4 cents.
Your 4 cents.
Yeah.
Better than your
131 to 98.
What is it? Update on the
131 to 98.
Yeah, but that's about to
Okay.
change. He's going to win Florida, which is 26. He'll probably take Georgia, which is another 16, and NC is leaning more his way. And so is Ohio. So I'm pretty sure he's about ready to pull ahead. I think it's going to come down to Pennsylvania and California.
Oof. Well, that was what is that? That was a lie, but sometimes we can believe. I don't know what that's about.
What we're talking about, yeah.
It's the French word for discovery.
Noita.
I'm bad at reading my chat. Oh,
Yeah.
Noita. Okay. That about does it for all the review stuff. I forgot to ask you guys this before. We're gonna do the top 10 episode regardless. But what is your most anticipated game for next year? Randall, we already know your answer. Don't even
Next
bother.
year?
Yeah.
How would you know?
Because it's God of War. So
I
next,
thought it was coming out 2022.
according to the PlayStation stuff, it's the holiday of next year. If I'm not mistaken, was it not? At the end of the trailer, it said holiday of 2021, didn't it?
Let's take a look.
First thing that comes to mind is Guilty Gear.
Oh, that's not this year? Stride is not this year?
It's April.
Oh, wow. How about you, Kelsey?
I don't
That
even
you
know
know
what's
of so
coming out
far?
next year.
Gotcha, that's fair. I think that's the same thing with me. We might have to revisit this question because the thing I can think of right now is Far Cry 6.
Yeah, the only thing keeps coming to mind is because I'm the only one I'm actually following.
Is Guilty Gear?
Yeah, it's Guilty Gear.
You're not following Street Fighter?
Actually, I am looking forward to trying Rose and then realizing I still hate the game. So I guess there's a.
Yeah, apparently the sequel is planned to be released on the PS5 in 2021.
2021.
So
There's some about
it's an
Vampire
unnamed
Weekend.
release right now, so there's not really a lot of information on it. But
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's probably Far Cry 6 or Resident Evil 8. Because those trailers that look cool. I want to try it. Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 14 expansion, KOF. I'm sorry, that's
King
not
of
14.
Fighters.
That's 16, and then Final Fantasy
16, yeah.
That's right, 16, and then the
16's
14
coming out.
expansion.
I want to try
King of
that,
Fighters.
but after 15 let me down immensely. I'm
Well,
hesitant.
15 had there was like nothing about 15. It was just some brain dead storyline that was like, who fucking cares?
The trailer they showed off wasn't gameplay, right? It looked like just pre-rendered stuff. Oh, did it show
There was
gameplay? I don't remember.
There's
There was some gameplay.
And it played like 15, or is it or a 7 remake or?
It looked kind of actiony.
Okay. The combat guy for 16 is a guy from The Devil May Cry 5. Oh, that's okay. Then there you go. It's gonna be more actiony.
Devil May Cry 5 though.
You didn't?
No.
There's like 3 different fighting styles, and
the only character that was entertaining was Dante. But even then, when you compare it to Devil May Cry 3, where you had so many fucking options, yeah, I'm like, this is underwhelming.
I thought they were all fine. Even the bird guy. I didn't know how the hell to use a bird guy or yeah, whatever his name was. I could never do any combos with him. I didn't know how to play as him, so I always like, okay, I'm just gonna get through this level. But then Dante came up, or
Virgil.
Or Nero. That's what it was.
Oh,
Combo City, dude.
Just compared to
Devil May Cry
Virgil
3,
was
DLC.
Virgil's that DLC one that's coming out with the definitive edition or whatever the heck it is. And we don't have to get into that because they're still doing that. Oh, you're not gonna get anything new on the PC version. That shit still makes me tight. That makes no sense.
I mean, who make the game?
Well, you mean who published it? Because there's a difference.
Capcom doesn't make Devil May Cry?
No. I'm pretty sure it's a different studio. If I'm not mistaken. They publish it, though. But let me double check.
I don't
Oh,
even know
no.
what comes out next year.
No, I'm sorry. It is Capcom.
Is the new Resident Evil next year?
I just said that. Resident Evil 8. I'm looking
Demon
forward
Souls
to it.
next year as well.
That's
No,
this
it comes.
year.
It's a launch title.
Oh, it's a launch title. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a launch title. And then
Like every time I see it, man, I love
Spider-Man
what they
comes out
did.
This year.
Yes, Spider-Man comes out as well.
Godfall, whatever that was.
Yeah, I gotta give it a try. I want to see if it's fun.
Melee
That's this year.
Flame.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's
but
that's a multiplayer game, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Don't forget your other game that you really want to play.
Which one?
Um,
Bug Snacks?
no, not Bugs.
I do want to play Bug. What do you laugh like? I do want to play Bug
That's
Snacks.
not the game I was talking about.
Oh.
I was talking about. Oh my god, what is the name of that game?
Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. That's true.
Isn't
It's a
it
good
already
one.
out on Steam?
Early access. Like it's
Oh,
not the whole game's not out yet. Bug Snacks is a hit for life. I actually do want to try Bug Snacks though.
you know what's funny to me?
What's up?
Actually, I have a question. Did Michael Cerny have anything to do with Bug Snacks?
No.
Okay, because if you think about it, what launched with PS3 and PS4? Knack. What rhymes with knack? Snack. They just put an X at the end.
Mark Cerny had nothing to. I mean, besides that, he worked on the platform. Like, all right,
That's what he wants you to think.
like 30 minutes worth of content was on the Steam one, Brian, for Baldur's
Oh.
Gate. What was my favorite game, Randall?
I'm still trying to find it.
Okay,
Is it the cat one?
I can't remember the name.
it better not be. That trailer made me sad, man. I'm not a cat person, so like, they're like, oh, you get to play a cat in a world full of just androids and stuff. I'm like, oh, what? Why don't I just get to live in the world full of androids and see how that works? No, you get to play a cat.
The new Horizon
No.
next year, I think, too.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Zero 2 is the next year, I think. It's Octodad devs, Brian.
I read it. I responded.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm bad at reading my chat, dude. I'm telling you.
All right.
Oh.
So I have.
I don't
Are you,
remember
are you
the
guys
name
just
of it.
reading off a list of what's coming out? Because I actually have a
Right.
list now.
I'm just
Oh,
coming
okay.
in.
Then
Okay.
go. Read the list off.
All right. So in January, Hitman 3, Prince of Persia remake, Stronghold Warlords. February is Outriders, Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood.
Ooh.
Little Nightmares 2, Super Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury. Riders Republic, Bravely Default 2. So the first Bravely Default was,
Oh.
I heard was really good. I've never played it, but I have heard good things about it.
Yeah.
March, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, Balan Wonderland or Wonderworld. Monster Hunter Rise. In April, Near Replicant, which I think is the next series.
Oh, the
of Nier.
sequel. Yeah.
And then to be announced. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a lot, I know. If you see some big names on there, I
Let me
guess,
just,
like...
let me just see if there's
Guilty
Axiom
Gear.
Verge 2.
Big moves. My list is changing every time you say a name at this point. Axiom Verge 2. That's a new Metroidvania game, so let's go.
Fucking get it.
And Little Nightmares
Um,
2, I was... Yes, I was
Are you
waiting
going
for
to
it.
play the DLC?
I might have to. I forgot there was DLC, so I might have to do that before the game comes out.
It's important.
Okay. It's not a sequel, he says. Oh, okay.
Deathloop. Deathloop's coming out.
Deathloop I wanted to try too.
Apparently, there's a new update to Destiny 2. Destruction
new-
All Stars, a new Digimon game. Dirt 5, Disgaea 6,
Dirt 5 I'm playing.
Earth Defense Force 6,
There's
Evil
so many of those
Geniuses
games.
2, Far Cry 6,
Let's go.
Ghostwire Tokyo, God of War, Gotham Knights, Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know
Gotham
why that's-
Knights.
Sorry, we just
Oh.
interrupted. Sorry.
Halo
I forgot about
Infinite,
that.
the Hogwarts game, Hood, Outlaws and Legends,
I don't think I've heard
Horizon
of that.
Forbidden West, which I think
That's
is
what
the
it's
second
called.
Horizon game. Humankind, another Kerbal Space Program, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, Little Witch in the Woods, another Marvel Avengers, Panzer Dragoon VR,
Maybe an
another Phantasy
expansion, Brian?
Star Online, Psychonauts 2, Rainbow Six Quarantine,
Fucking finally.
Resident Evil Village, Rogue Book, Shadow Warrior 3, Sky, Children of the Light.
They didn't even say Guilty Gear. They're whores.
Lord of the Rings, Gollum, Outlast Trials, Tribes of Midgard, whatever that is. Another Warhammer game. And then another Yes, the YS games.
Oh, I don't know they're still making those.
It's called Yeast 9 Monstrum Nox.
Okay.
That I flew through the list. There's a shit ton. It would take me probably 10 minutes just to read all this crap.
Oh,
But
so
even the
you
stuff-
didn't- you didn't say Guilty Gear. Interesting.
Guilty Gear's not in here. It's not
So
listed. It's not in this list. I mean, this is just the to be announced. It's probably an incomplete list, but
Outdated.
I mean, even from the titles you read, next year we got some bangers coming.
The game I was trying to think of, I still can't remember the name of it, but it was that Alien game.
That Alien game?
The one we watched the gameplay for.
Oh, with all the wet animations.
Yeah.
Not Rune.
I can't remember the name.
It's an Xbox Series X or an Xbox. I don't know if it's an exclusive, but it looks like everything's slimy and alien looking. Oh my god, what's it called? We just finished watching gameplay of it like a week ago.
A week ago.
I keep thinking Org or something like that.
there's
Xbox.
a game. So here's one that you might be
Aliens?
interested in, Anthony. It's called Eldest Souls. And
Scorn.
I'll send you a.
That's the
What'd you type in to get that?
that's
Xbox
the-
Alien Gross.
Okay.
Oh no, I thought that was something
Aliens.
else.
Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
I thought that's what I thought. Yeah, Elden Ring's a new Guillermo del Toro from software game. That's what I thought Kelsey was talking about at first.
Yeah, Guilty Gear's early 2021
April.
release.
April.
Yeah. I found another list that's got quite a few more. Apparently Everspace. I thought it was Dead Space for some reason.
A Dead Space remaster with like fucking ray trace lighting and shit. Yo,
Oh,
EA,
Kelsey,
stop
Kelsey,
sleeping
Kelsey,
on it.
Kelsey,
Stop
Kelsey,
sleeping on it.
Kelsey. And 7 days, November 7th. Every year. The rumors of there being a remaster for the trilogy. What's this weekend? November 7th. We're getting the info.
Oh yeah, they were talking about remastering, like
This-
literally bringing everything up to date. You know, fixing bugs, fixing graphics, all the stuff for the Mass Effect stuff.
Oh. As in like actually doing overhauls or just updating some bugs and stuff and just re-releasing it like at 4K or something?
I think it's just a re-release.
Okay. Dang, I thought they were gonna do like what they did with
Resident Evil.
yeah. Like update the assets and stuff and lighting and do some changes.
No matter what they do, I'm probably gonna buy it. I don't have a
It's like Sagat all over again.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
this is a
playable
guy.
I don't have a playable copy anymore because I don't have an Xbox. My PS3 is in a corner of a room, not even being looked at,
Yeah.
and I don't have it on Steam.
Yeah, then get it on Steam.
Well, Steam only has like 1 and 2. EA kind of stripped everything from Steam for that.
No,
But they started adding EA games back.
Oh,
So they might have added a third one.
Anthony, if they have a remastered coming out, why would I buy it now?
Okay, I mean that's fair. It's just I was gonna say that sometimes they'll give you the remaster for free, but we're talking about EA, so that's not happening.
Yeah, Anthony, they try to sell me a worse version of Mass Effect, and they called it Andromeda.
what? I don't remember this game.
Yeah, I was like, there's like the Anthem beta, but they named it something weird, like Mass Effect Andromeda. I was like, what?
How do we forget Gotham Knights, dude? Gotham
I
Knights is
remember
gonna be
the
dope. Little Nightmares 2 is gonna be awesome. Scorn. You know, we saw that, Randall. Everything is all wishy-washy and wet.
I don't know how you play Little Nightmares, man.
That game was
fun. That game is sad.
Oh, it's sad, yeah, but I mean, it's still fun.
Which one?
Little Nightmares. When you play as a little guy with the raincoat.
You should play What Remains of Edith Finch already.
There's a lot of stuff I gotta play, Brian. What the heck? All right. And with that, we'll move on. Unless you guys have anything else on anticipated games.
I'm pregnant.
I mean, there's like I said, there's a bunch more, but I mean,
just to name what you put yourself are waiting for.
I really don't know. Like Godfall looks interesting. Obviously gonna get Demon Souls this year, the PS5.
I think Godfall is this year too.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's a launch window or launch game as well.
Yeah. I don't really remember anything that was upcoming that I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this.
Right.
Like it's one of those things I have to wait till it gets closer, you know, to build the hype up, because either I don't know what the game is, I don't.
Oh, they haven't showed much anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of this weekend potentially being the N7 remaster announcement, Randall, the devs from Tekken were tweeting some bullshit saying like, "Oh, we have a tournament." They're like, just wait a little while longer for more Season 4 news. And then they're like, "Oh wait, don't we have a tournament this weekend?" So check November 7th for Kunimitsu information if you care.
We're all gonna be awake. November 7th is during a 24-hour.
And?
So, I mean, you just tell him when you just, go check Tekken or something while we're, like, bodying some kid online.
If he claims he likes Tekken, he'll see it.
Oh, shit.
I don't really care too much for that character.
But it could also be whoever's left for Season 4, though.
Yeah, like a hint on who's left. Like, Goku.
You
need to shut the fuck up,
if they
Anthony.
put Goku in Tekken, I'm not playing Tekken anymore.
I had the willpower for the game to keep adding Goku. I want to see if I could cross that over to Tekken now. I mean, they added Negan for crying out loud.
They didn't knock this.
Oh, that's true. Anywho, and they didn't add Jocko. Elite Highway Patrolman. Or Intergalactic Patrolman.
So next week is
Already said
next week is what? Next week is what, Randall, please? Please. Thank you.
Next week is it's the week of weeks that we've been waiting for. Well, some of us.
Yeah. You.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're waiting too. You just like you've locked in your one purchase, so
yeah. The one I really wanted to get, I already got. So the PS5 is what you're talking about. The launch days next week.
I hope I can get one, man. Supposedly the story is that
the story.
Yeah.
You from the Daily Bugle?
Well, I've been checking Twitter and like they've
there's a lot of lies there, so you gotta relax. So it depends on who is telling you this.
Yeah, it's credible people.
Okay.
That basically like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, all those places like that. You can't walk into the store to buy it, but you have to buy it online.
Yeah. And then you can go pick it up. Yep. But I wouldn't risk that, Randall. I mean, there's gonna be people waiting for you outside.
You just gotta body them.
You could do curbside,
just like you want me to body little grandmas over Timmy's little PlayStation.
It's curbside pickup.
So they just pull a gun on the guy who's fucking with the Best Buy.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be police out there.
Yeah, but are the police on your side, Randall?
I was hoping somebody would say it.
Answer the question, Randall. Answer the question. The cop would have been like, "Oh, you right. Put the gun on the guy, and then just take your PS5. Oh, this is evidence." Okay.
Oh,
Randall,
man.
you put too much faith in people, man. You really do. Faith in yourself only. You got it. This guy right here. Look.
I gotta have a little bit of hope.
No.
So
you saw what happened to have a little bit of hope. You have a game with
looking
shitty
at the
characters.
polls, I don't have hope right now, dude.
Oh,
Like,
what's it at now?
It's 131 to 108 right now.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure he's going to take North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, which is going to put him ahead by 20, 22 votes or something.
Well, another 4
And then
years.
Ohio is
Great.
leaning heavily towards him. So's Maine. Well, Maine's not heavy, but it is. Oh, it's only 17%. That's still got a ways to go. Right now, he's winning Texas 51 to 47 at 80%. Pennsylvania is at 30% is leaning heavily towards him, 53 to 44. Arizona, though, is heavily leaning towards Biden at 75. So I don't know. I think it's going to come down to the wire if Biden can take some of these other states. But if Trump takes Texas, I think it's probably over.
Well, he's already in the lead for Texas. So.
That's what he's saying, but it's not complete. How much is left in the percentage for the voting?
20% of the votes still left. I mean, that 20% is a big number. You could easily sway one way or the other.
All right, so I guess we'll get through the notable releases, and then
you still got California and Nevada and Indiana, Oregon. Those states, they haven't done their votes yet.
All right, and I think they're still doing. Somebody in chat was saying something about the mail-in votes, because I think you can still mail in votes today. So I don't know. I don't have high hope for this country right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
It took you to 2020 to realize you shouldn't have hope for this country?
I mean, I didn't have hope for this country in 2016, but
I didn't have hope for this country when I was 5 years old, so come on, guys. Wake up. Releases this week. We have Season 7 of Apex Legends. New character, new map, and I think more weapons and stuff. Dirt 5 says it's out this week. I thought it was later on in the year, but it's out. I'm probably going to try it because I like the Dirt series. And then Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered.
What? No, they fuck everything else underground. Where is it?
Out of all the ones they could have picked.
A buddy of mine. So one of my streamer friends, Acorn God, he I joined his stream one time and he has loaded up Need for Speed Heat. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I wanted to try it out. You know, my buddy was like, it's a good game. And I'm like, no, I already told you this is not a good game. Like this, what are you doing? And he's like on Discord with his friend that's like telling him that it's a great game. And he said something, and I was like, you clearly need to find new friends because they are steering you in the wrong direction. And
good pun. That's a good pun.
And then he's asking all these questions, like, can you modify this? Can you tweak, like timings and all this thing? And I was like, okay, I want you to picture everything that you've ever loved from all the previous
okay.
Need for Speed games. And he's like, okay. And he's like, now none of that is in this game. And he's like, what? I was like, literally none of it. You can't tweak like engine timings. You can barely modify the car. The upgrades are like, oh, I bought an upgrade. My car's faster. Like
in Underground 2, you can switch the transmission, like when you can actually like switch to the next gear.
Yeah.
All of that was there.
You could literally fuck with everything. And then what was it? Oh, so he was asking questions about like how to play the game, and I was like, oh, actually I have a really good guide that you can follow for this. And I got a GIF of somebody opening a trash can and throwing stuff into the trash can. And I was like, just watch that, it'll explain everything. And he's like, because he's like messing with the options, and he's like, okay, let me look at this, see if it helps explain anything. And he just starts laughing on stream because he should have put the one. Dude.
He should have put the one with Ron Swanson throwing his fucking computer in the dumpster. Yeah, that was pretty funny, dude. So we can do movies this week. We have two on here that I managed to see. It's called Let Him Go, and it's with
Tim Allen.
this guy, the guy from The Bodyguard. I keep forgetting his name.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
I said it first.
And Diane Lane. Anywho, the story is a retired...
The guy next to him? Yo, shut the hell up when I'm trying to interrupt you, alright? The guy, if you click the link to it, the guy next to him is from Burn Notice.
He sure is.
So what's it about? Hurry
A
up.
retired sheriff and his wife...
Wait, you seen this already?
A retired sheriff and his wife fight to rescue their grandson from a dangerous off-grid family upon the death of their son. It's supposed to come out this week.
Oh.
And
That
the other one,
sounds
which
bad.
I'm probably gonna watch, is called Jungle Land. And it's a boxing movie with Charlie Hunnam, the guy from The Gentleman who played the main dude, side dude.
Main dude, side dude.
Main dude, side dude. So anyway, yes, Stanley manages his boxer brother Lion, but when a devastating loss in the ring leaves the pair in debt, an opportunity to recoup the cash leads to a series of misadventures that threaten to break the bond between them. It's like a brotherhood thing, but with boxing.
So you and Bryant should watch it together.
Me and Brian are gonna fight each other after we watch it together. I'm gonna be the punching bag. I'm gonna put my cheeks out. So then that's about it for the week. To the notable releases. We got nothing else. Johan said he bet on himself. I believe it. I've seen him fall down some stairs. He can take it.
I've seen an anvil.
Here we
and
go.
a
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
In a safe
I said that and I
landing.
looked at Brian and I saw the excitement in his eyes. I'm like, he's gonna say that animal shit.
What is it? He saw an anvil? Is
I
that
saw
what he
an
said?
anvil, a piano, and a safe land on Johan, and he was fine.
It's on his head, by the way, Brian. You forgot the detail.
Well, obviously, it's gonna land on his foot. Idiot.
Okay. Randall, what are you doing this weekend?
You know,
Or
just
this week?
working out, praying.
It sounds about right, man.
Working out and praying.
I mean, he ain't lying. I do that. That is what I do. Part of what I do.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Aside from that, work. You're gonna be playing some games this weekend, right?
Yeah, for the 24-hour charity stream.
That's about it, man. I don't have anything new planned. Oh, I do have some good news.
Okay.
The lady contacted
Oh, you're
me.
streaming this week? When?
Fucking got him.
Johan says
You can move forward.
I need you to finish what you were saying, though. You're going to get heckled, Randall. Like, why you can... Oh, I'm going to move forward. No, you're going to get heckled, period. When you're on the ADLR podcast, you get heckled.
Oh, my God.
Even he gets heckled if he ever shows up. Why are you yelling into the mic?
I wasn't. I was like this. Anyway, the lady contacted me today and told me my shirt was done and that they're sending it in the mail. So,
Oh, Papa gotta get wax for you. So when we doing the shoots?
what's wrong with you?
Better get a full body wax.
I need like from here down.
I'm
I'm just
just show
hoping
up in shorts. You could just you could just wax it and have shorts on out of your hair.
Yeah.
You could have two models if you just wax Anthony and lay it next to him. It's like, oh, we got two fucking people here. Anthony's like a lasagna with no sauce.
Okay. Is that all you got for the week?
Yes.
Okay. Brian, what you doing this week? I guess just flicking me off is what he's doing this week.
All right, so boom, tomorrow. What are we doing? Because the high roll's not co-op online.
So we can either flip a coin on Goner 2 or Unruly Heroes, or just pick one of them. I mean, it's been the year of the fucking roguelite, so we might as well just keep going with Goner 2.
I'm indifferent.
I don't see what's funny about berating Anthony like this. I would never. You see, that's a real one right there. You hear?
Johan told me you have slim knees.
What is Kelsey doing?
He's
Sorry,
But you
sorry,
ask him.
chat.
Ask him what he's doing. Why do you ask me what he's doing? I'm not over there. I don't have the
Well, he doesn't
teleporting
have a
powers I
mic.
mentioned earlier.
You really should get him a mic so that he can actually like respond to things and talk. You know, or actually, what he could do is he could stream in his room, and then we could just have all of us on there, and then you could be the center of focus.
Hey,
he
I
could
know
be
what
the
you was
center of
going to do.
focus.
Shut it.
We have a
Shut
camera.
it.
We have a camera he can use. Brian gave me his.
You have three actually.
His phone.
You both have phones, and you have an extra camera.
Yeah.
He's got a computer that I know can support it.
Nope,
Not
he
without
needs
a
a new
graphics
graphics
card.
card. He needs a new graphics card. Fuck out of here, Randall. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, Brian, probably Gunner 2. We'll do Gunner 2 tomorrow for the co-op stream.
Tomorrow we're gonna play a game, and then after that we're probably what's Thursday? I mean that's a day. But what did I say I was gonna do?
You said you were gonna try. I don't remember. Daddler soon?
Wait, you said Siege, didn't you?
Yeah, to do team deathmatch. If you guys wanted to do it on Thursday, because we're supposed to be yesterday, but then I had to catch up on a bunch of stuff, and start setting up for Extra Life. Because I completely forgot Extra Life was this Saturday.
So yeah, we can do that Thursday. Or if you don't want to do that Thursday, then I'll just finish Panzer Paladin or something. And then Friday, I'm over there. So
Yeah. So Daddler, I guess Thursday would be Daddler because we could do Rainbow Six if he has it installed.
Kelsey, will you be partaking in the Extra Life Fall Guys participation?
I
mean,
mean,
we
I
can-
can. Depends on
we just-
when he does it.
Yeah, we just have to message him. We don't have a set of time blocks, but we're just gonna start messaging people to be like, "Yo, you want to play this?"
Yeah, I mean, if I'm around, sure. I
Well-
don't think we're doing anything this Saturday. I know that
besides praying.
right. It's getting colder here, so I don't really have an excuse not to work on the car anymore. So, you
Oh
know,
my god, it hit 60 here, Kelsey. I'm like, wind,
I
chill.
woke up this
I'm
morning
like,
and it was 63 degrees in the house. It was wonderful.
oh my god, I can't wait for it to get even colder again. It was nice. It was really nice. You're crying.
Actually, Ryven, if you're still in chat, how cold is it up there in New York?
Oh, he's probably
It's like
40s?
Moondog temperature.
okay.
I'd ask Randall, but he's not allowed back yet. So
Yes,
Whatever,
he's still
man.
banned. They locked down the whole New York. They say it's COVID, but it's just Randall cannot to touch or talk to anyone here. I'm gonna play Visage on Thursday because Nils said he wanted to watch me play it. Gotcha, no problem. Ow! I just pulled some hair. So I started I'm doing the no shave November, and I made the mistake of not shaving first before it started. So I'm starting off with this.
It's 48 degrees.
48 in New York.
Jesus.
If
Yep.
you want it, Anthony, you can.
Sounds graph. That
You can cop-
sounds graph. That sounds great.
Look at his graph.
Fuck.
If you wanted a cop a play, Anthony, you can do Movember and just shave everything but the mustache.
Oh no, I'm good. You still don't need that sex appeal on here. Remember the 70s outfits we were looking through?
So you guys are not shaving the entire November month?
I'm not. I don't know what Brian's doing, but I'm just not gonna shave.
I'm probably gonna trim it, but I mean, my face always looks like this, so.
I want to see what happens if I literally don't shave for a month.
Beautiful, regardless, Bryant.
Appreciate
go.
you.
That's some kindness right there. We need
I
that.
drooled.
I don't know why Brian just
I have a
Everybody's
limit,
shutting
man.
down.
say again.
I said I have a limit. If
Oh.
facial hair, after a certain point, I gotta cut it.
I mean that's fair. So do I. Like right now, I want to cut it. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, cut it.
I really
I like
hate
the
when it gets to the
smooth.
point where it hurts. Like you like push against it and
Yep.
it hurts.
I'm like, damn. I gotta at least trim it. But no, we'll see. Anywho, Kelsey, what are you doing this week? What are you streaming this week? doing.
I'm probably gonna try and finish up Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, I've already got quite a few hours into it. I don't know. Let me see. Apparently, my Steam never started. so I don't know if it's actually going to start up for me.
Did you finish Doom?
Yeah, he
I
did
finished the
Ancient Gods.
DLC. Yeah, I did start trying to play Doom, like the regular story mode on Ultra Nightmare. That was a fucking joke. I'm absolutely terrible at this game. I died a couple of times like in the very beginning, and I'm just like, I don't know how people, do this shit. And I'm sure a lot of it is like just memorizing like patterns and which enemies to kill with what, when, and how, and whatever. Like even with I went back and I collected a whole bunch of stuff on my nightmare file. Even with all the overpowered crap that I had, I was still like having trouble in certain areas.
Jeez.
So, but yeah, so this week I'm probably gonna try and finish up Horizon Zero Dawn, and then I don't know what's next. Probably gonna start streaming, like putting the garage together, and maybe starting on the car. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta find my GoPro so I can hook that, but I also need to figure out how I can set it up so I can like stream the GoPro to my computer rather than it being the primary. I think what I could do is because you can stream it to your phone, and I think what I could do is just turn my phone on, put a camera on the phone, and then have another camera be for like the overall projection.
What you could do is download a phone emulator on your computer, put the GoPro app on there, sync that to your GoPro, and then just record that.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
That's a possibility too.
Because like some of the older GoPros, you could stream it directly from the GoPro to the computer, and then they, for whatever reason, were like, yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore, assholes.
I always hate that. This functionality that was really useful. Nah, we don't need it in you and improve the one. You won't need it.
Wait, what's
cables?
next week? Oh, so not this
10th.
week, but next week. If they're doing, in-person PlayStation buys, I'll be standing there buying grandmas for little Timmys.
Gotcha. So you let me know if you can't make it, because it's gonna be on a Tuesday.
It's on a Thursday.
I thought it comes out on the 10th.
No, that's Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox comes on the 10th. Okay.
You see him just flex? I thought it came out on the day of the console that I got. Kind of asshole, dude.
What kind of person are you, man?
I gotta go trade in my old one then.
I think I gotta trade in my Tesla for another Bugatti.
You gotta trade in what?
My old Xbox.
Oh.
I was thinking of getting, like, I'm waiting for my Jetta. I can feel it's about to just fucking die. And I'm like, what am I gonna get next? And now, Tesla's always crossed my mind. I'm like, but do I need a Tesla? You
do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, yeah, because it's all hybrid, so I don't have to worry about gas.
You don't drive it out of town, so it would be a good thing for you just to get a Tesla.
Yeah, because I'd save money on gas.
The thing is, you probably want to get
stations.
Yeah.
Not at my job. I don't think there's. Is there one downtown? I don't think there's one downtown. I know there's one here in Waterford.
I'm pretty sure there will be one downtown. Somewhere.
A charging station?
Yeah.
On Lake Eola.
You can have it installed in your house for like nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different then.
We have people on the street that have Teslas, and they have a charging station that's just in the house, in the garage.
I mean, if Anthony can't commit to getting furniture for his house, you think he's gonna commit to a charging station?
I still have the couch from my apartment, dude. Like, I still need to get a new couch. I still need to get new furniture. And I've lived here for fucking. The only furniture I added was the beds.
Yeah, what do you mean, Anthony? Right in front of you.
Oh yes, and my setup that I'm gonna be moving to one of the rooms.
I should be good. I should be good to come down, like the first or second week of December. I'm gonna get tickets set up, and then I'll let you know when it is that I'm coming down.
How long are you staying?
For a week.
Almost a week.
So I'll probably take.
What's almost a week? 5 days.
Yeah.
Just let me know what days you want to take off, and I'll put in. I'm not gonna take like the full week off because I want to take 2 weeks at the very end, but I'll take.
Same with me. Like I'll take. I think I have enough. I think I have enough for a good majority of the December, So I'll probably do like a couple days in the front, and then whatever's left, just fucking bum rush the last the last weeks.
Yeah, because I have was it like 64 hours or something I got to burn through, or I just lose it. So I'm gonna take the last 2 weeks of December off, and then a couple of days with you guys.
I have 170 something hours.
Jeez. And you have to use them all before January?
I need to check to see what that number is, because I need to like start burning it.
We're only allowed to roll over 80 hours, so I have a lot of hours to burn. I'll have 144 at the end of the year.
But I usually save it for the end of December so I can just fucking gone. Yeah. I'm gone. Don't fucking call me. Don't smoke signal me. Fam, if the building's on fire, you call the fire department. All right? Oh, anywho. All right.
It's
so
going to be great for you.
Why?
Because you don't have your Xbox.
Yeah, but I'm also going to have Miles Morales on PS4.
Fucking got him.
Like, bro, Randall doesn't want to buy the game until he gets the PS5. It's out on PS4. Don't rob yourself of a good time because it doesn't have ray tracing.
It will
actually,
be
you know, this works out pretty well because I'll be down there with both of you guys' PS5s. After I bought your grandma's.
Oh, got it. That's true. So he might be your saving grace.
Just make sure it's digital.
Wow, now beggars can't be choosers, Randall. All right, he can get you. If he can get you one, you say thank you. Not you didn't get me a fucking digital. Is that how it works? You fucked up, Randall.
Some sort of asshole, this guy.
Yeah, he gives you a PS5.
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna go there and fight grandmothers for a PS5. You act like Make sure it's digital edition.
You act like he's giving it to me for free. I am going to pay him.
Is it 2% though? Yo, I can't touch anything with 2%. Fucking asshole, this guy.
You say thank you so much for killing grandmothers to get this for me.
Say killing grandma? What the
You told me to do what I gotta do.
I did not tell you to do that.
Yo,
tell you to do that. The clip, like it's like what 2-3 sessions ago.
Yeah,
I did not co-sign it.
Okay, whatever, dude. We gotta move on.
I explicitly said, Randall, are you saying you want me to body grandmas to get you a PS5?
I said no.
And you stretched like this, and you said you do what you gotta do. Give me a PS5.
And that equals yes.
That is not equal yes. That means that I am turning a blind eye to his methods.
And that's yes.
All I care about is the end result.
Randall, do you know what a mob wife is?
Oh, who?
A mob wife.
A mob wife?
Yes. That's what you just did. The one that knows that the husband's doing whatever. But
yeah, she doesn't know the exact dirt.
But she doesn't know that it is dirt.
All she knows is that where her husband is doing is illegal.
Okay, then she's guilty, just the same. Because she's not reporting the crime here.
Reporting what? If she doesn't know what he's doing. She has to know what he's doing in order to report it.
Johan even says in the chat, that's letting it happen, and that's part of the problem.
Randall would have his mob husband come in with blood on his shirt, like, oh, I guess he ate some ketchup.
some tomatoes on him.
Yeah. That's a lot of Kool-Aid.
Man, he spilled the strawberry.
Yeah, everywhere.
Every time you say tomato, it reminds me of the fucking when Johan was watching Captain Phillips with me. My tomato juice. All right. I guess everyone went through their stuff, right? Or did I miss one of you guys?
You didn't say what you were doing, did you?
Yeah, but I was waiting to see if you guys got yours.
Do you have your incentives for donations thought of?
If we reach 1,000, I'm going bald. That's the only one I've said. We're never gonna reach 1,000, so
250.
You would really cut all your hair off?
That for if you guys donate $1,000 to charity on stream, I'll do it.
You hear it, Anthony?
What's up?
250. I shave my whole beard off.
250. All right, I'll add it. So 250. Brian will shave his entire beard off.
251. I grow it back immediately right there on camera.
That would be nasty. I'd be like, Brian, what fucking witchcraft bullshit? Yo, Randall, this demonic motherfucker, kill him. And you... Okay, but I'm asking you to kill him.
He's not even a witcher.
You ain't a witcher. Oh.
When is the AMD stuff supposed to be coming out?
The what?
The new AMD stuff. The 5,000 chip and the, what is it, 6,000 graphics card?
The 18th. December 18th.
Yeah. for the card.
6900.
The CPUs come out like in a week,
All right.
if not
I was
already
thinking-
out.
I was thinking about upgrading the computer.
The entire computer?
Yes.
Or you just gonna get a new graphics? You know what, Kelsey?
What's funny is not your question, is his reaction to your question, which was yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you doing it all AMD so you can get that performance boost, or?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I mean, I already have AMD, an AMD chip for the processor. Like, I have the 2700X or whatever. I will miss out a little bit on my, not that I really use it that much, but I have a G-Sync monitor, and I think I have it. I think I just have it on. I don't know how much of a difference it really makes with some of the stuff that I play, but
You might have to check because some monitors support both G-Sync and FreeSync. So
I don't think this one does.
Oh, okay.
I will definitely check, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Because if it does, then you'll be fine. Because AMD it supports the FreeSync because it's the open source one. And then Randall's gonna have a good old time when those benchmarks come out.
Is that when you're gonna
Decision.
start AMD card?
The AMD cards are not good for streaming. The encoders that are built in are not good. So if you're gonna stream, you should stick with an NVIDIA that has that NVEnc, or just use a processor because you have a shitload of cores anyway that are probably not being used.
Ooh.
You're being serious. That it's not
Me?
good for stream. Yeah.
Yeah, the AMD's hard like their software using their encoders is not that great. Unless for streaming because Twitch only uses H.264 and their H.264 encoder is not that great. Their HVEC, which is the 265, dope. But you can't stream that codec to Twitch.
I thought oops. Oh, wait a minute, quick. I thought that was
And
the
then
encoder.
No, you encode in 264, which is the older one. 265, which is the new one now, is more efficient with the bit rate. And now the newest one, which is AV1, which I think now the 3000 series and the new one have the ability to decode it, which is great. It's a good start. But once we can do that in real time, the quality hurt like even on low bit rates can be ridiculous. They have like test samples on Twitch that they've encoded AV1 footage, not in real time obviously, but watching it back at like only 6,000 bit rate, it looks really good.
Because the hardware for this is the NVEC. Isn't that what you
Yeah.
said?
That's good
So that
for
one's
NVIDIA, yeah. No,
it's-
NVEC is good.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because the
And but
software is
AMD, yeah. NVIDIA put dedicated hardware to do the encoding, where I don't know if AMD did or I don't know what the case is. It's just that when you put them side by side at the same bit rate, the NVIDIA encoding looks a lot better. And that was our nerdy video encoding session that got Anthony excited.
So even with the new ones, it's still not good.
We don't know until it comes out. But I don't know if they updated their...
I'm sure there's a difference between not good and it's still acceptable.
Yes,
versus-
it's still acceptable. I'm sorry. I didn't make it seem like it's just horse trash and you can't see anything on stream.
I knew that he was to be like, well, then I'm not going to get the card. I'm going to have to wait. Then it's going to be 6 more years before I actually stream because I
Yeah,
need a card.
no.
That like you could
You
get like even if you got the card and you got the processor as well. Like it still, even if you just got the card, I'm sure it would still be fine enough to stream. They just don't utilize everything that NVIDIA cards do. And eventually, at some point, Twitch is
A
going to come out with
58.
allows them to do other things than the NVEC stuff, which means that the Radeon
What's other
Is it
stuff
that-
other than H.264, which is a video codec, and the thing they're targeting is AV1. And right now we don't even have that many things that decode AV1 great. And then to do AV1 in real time encoding, I don't know when we're gonna do that. So it's still gonna be down the line. But once we can get like real time AV1 encoding, bro, it's a wrap. Video quality like on Netflix and stuff like that that's encoded in AV1. Less bandwidth being used because it's encoded in such a way where the details are preserved and it uses less bit rate. Like, now that's exciting. One, because that means 4K content won't take up that much over the air bit rate, and then whenever we get to 8K, that'll be less bitrate it'll need. Okay. But this is like stuff.
There's always something, man.
Yeah, Randall, that's tech. There's always gonna be something that makes it better and better. But don't just sit there and wait for it.
Ooh.
Like, just do what's hot now, and then when the hotness comes out, then
I'm just thinking in terms of like, so like AMD comes out with a GPU that's better than NVIDIA's, but the little asterisk at the bottom, it doesn't.
It's just not as good.
Do as good as streaming. Streaming.
But you have like
done that with all of their processors and things too. Like gaming wise, yes, their processors are still slightly behind most games because Intel's single core process a lot faster than AMD's. But you can do more with AMD's for the price, and you're not like missing out on a ton of like you're talking like 2 or 3%. We're not talking like, oh, there's a 30-40% difference here. We're talking 2 to 3% in performance with some of this stuff. Like it's not like it's, oh my god, don't get it because your computer's gonna crash, fire, you get your sirens in the distance, like.
And for the encoding stuff, it's gonna be if you can. It's how often do you look at video? How often do you look at compression? What stuff do you notice? And again, it's worse, but that doesn't mean it's like dog shit. You can still see clearly what's being streamed on the stream. It's just there's more artifacts or there's more blocking or whatever the case is. Or NVIDIA's dedicated hardware for that, it's different. You can see that there's a difference at the same bit rate.
But I mean, you could just as easily, like especially if you had the processor, you would utilize the processor for streaming and utilize the graphics part of the game.
Correct. Like since you have so many freaking cores on that system, you can literally just allocate you go to the device manager, go to allocation for OBS or whatever, and just allocate a certain amount. And then allocate some other ones for a game, and they will never cross. The scheduler will make sure that those cores do whatever the heck is being requested by said game. OBS will use these cores for whatever the case is. And you basically have 2 dedicated PCs just there. Or CPUs, I guess.
Oh shit, Biden took California, Oregon, and Washington. Wait, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't even show that they've counted.
It might be bugged.
Oh, snap. Yup.
On Randall's, it shows he's at 209.
209 and 118.
There's hope for everyone yet.
Shut the hell up.
And then there's... That was the most serious shut the hell I've ever heard. I looked over and just like this. All right. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow with Brian. We'll be playing probably Goner 2, right?
I don't just you name it, I play it.
As of this recording, anyway. This has been episode 116 of the ADLR Podcast. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both. We'll be back next week with probably... Oh, I didn't go with what the hell I was doing this week. So tomorrow's, Goner 2 with Brian. Thursday, most likely, I'm going to try the TDM for Rainbow Six because I've been like literally asking for that for I don't know how long. So I hope it plays fantastically. Friday, we're just going to be bullet here, getting some rest before our 24 hours. And then 24 hours of Extra Life for Saturday. Starts probably 9, 10-ish. What time did we start last time, Brian?
I don't remember where I live.
Okay, so we're probably starting early, like around 9 or 10-ish. And going for 24 hours. You can go to, what is it? smarturl.it/. Oh no, I think it's extralife.org/participant/SSL, and it should be good. I think I ended up getting that. $10 equals 6-hour no stream. Okay. Let's turn on the stream and scream for a couple hours. I might be screaming when I'm playing Sekiro, so. Because damn, dude, I just hope I can get to stuff faster so I can explore the rest of the world because they have some really good environments. So I just want to get just see. You good, Brian?
That is a huge difference, bro.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's it. I'll probably be playing for the games we're playing: Among Us, Fall Guys, Tsushima co-op with Randall, Sekiro probably. Watch Dogs Legion because I still haven't started it, but I have it. So I'll probably be playing that sometime to see for a little bit, just to see how it plays. And And that's it. Next week is launch week for consoles, so we're gonna have a busy week. There's Valhalla coming out next week, so games are coming out. It's the holiday season, so thank you guys for watching, listening, both. Catch us again next week, and that is it. Episode 116 wrapped.